Welcome. You're listening to the 27th Hour with Junior
and Dre Rocker.
Get ready, strap in, and hang on.
Welcome to the club, bud.
Okay, we're on the right track.
Like, so you good? You guys find the game. I don't know.
Welcome back to the show. Love it.
I like it.
Does this sound cool?
Yeah, it does.
Do you ever hear your own voice and be like,
I don't listen to my own show.
no?
No. It scares me. I like to hear him and I like to hear her and everybody else, but not myself.
Yeah.
It's not a voice thing. It's a I get too critical of what I'm saying thing. I don't care how I sound. It's not that, but
Yeah. I think we're just used to it.
you do it for live. I'll get to all that.
Everything is recorded.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Justin, can I introduce this, please?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Episode 20. We think. I think we're good. Shout out Ryan Rally Trucking. Thanks, Ryan, for sponsoring us for so long. You're a good dude. He just got in another thing, having truck trouble, so hopefully he's doing better. But Ryan Rally Trucking, man, look him up. They got lots of cool stuff going on. If you guys need to move stuff or haul stuff, that's your man. Or if you want to be a trucker, he's hiring all the time, too. But thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. But yeah, episode 20, Justin, Shiloh,
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Gard.
having us. We're excited.
I guess do you go by Gard as well?
Yeah, I'm a guard. It's legal.
Dude, you never know. Some people.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, it's
She
legal.
wanted me to
No,
take her
I'm a
last
Malet.
name, but I was like,
Everybody knows her as Erica Malet Hammond.
yeah.
And they leave her middle name out. You don't even want to know her middle name. Do you know her middle name? Thanks, Dre Rocca, behind the camera all the time. U92. U92, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Live DJ. Thank you. Tomina.
That's what it is, yeah.
That's fucking slick, huh?
What did her brother Hermana?
Hermana, Spanish sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch that
That
episode?
cracked me up.
Or did you listen
I was
to it?
laughing at that for like 10 minutes.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
He's fucking funny, dude. Did you watch that? You will die.
Okay.
This dude's he's so funny. Her brother. He has a brain injury
Yeah.
from a car wreck.
Guy.
Oh my
He's-
God.
He's on it. Like, he's quick.
Oh, he'll crack you up.
Yeah.
You'll die.
Okay.
So yeah, check that out.
Okay.
What's new? What's going on? This is my cousin. This guy right here is my cousin.
Cousin. I would say more like brothers.
Pretty much
We
brothers.
grew up pretty close.
Pretty much.
It usually was me, Jed, you, and my brother. At
Yep.
least every other weekend we
Yep.
were at somebody else's house.
Pretty much constantly.
Yeah.
That's how he is with Jaden, his cousin.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
Inseparable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then DJ was in the mix there for quite a while too.
Yep. DJ and
Then he went away, and then he's back, and then he's not with us anymore. But
yeah. Yeah, this is always
was-
this month for I always
it was this month too.
was this month.
November. Yep.
Yeah.
Like what was it? Like the
I think it was the 15th.
16th, something like that.
15th, 16th. It was in the
How many
middle-
years ago was
It
that?
was in the middle of the month. It
was-
was
It was before I started. I think it was the year I
9
started at
years?
Dispatch.
Dude, it's been a while.
It's been, I
been a
think, 9
while.
years.
Time is like crazy. I remember when we were little kids.
Mhm.
Little
I
kids,
remember
bro.
playing out back. Remember that road that used to be behind their house?
Oh yeah.
And we'd go back there. And one year, we like sat there, and it was we were like moon cars as they drive by.
Sure.
Jeez.
It's like-
Throw dirt clods at him and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah,
Now your brother's a cop and you're a 911 operator.
yeah,
People would be calling them for people like us.
yeah. Pretty much.
I think that's how Dre was too.
Yeah.
I know that's how she was. She was a worse kid than any of us put together by far.
Yeah. Some of the stuff I don't think Shiloh knows what I did.
Well, welcome to the show.
I know. I guess I'll find out
You're gonna
tonight.
find out some cool shit.
Yeah.
Spill my coffee. What's it like being a parent? What do you guys think about that? God damn, she's cute.
Yeah. She's pretty
a
great.
Good kid.
She's a good kid.
It's cool. I wish we would have had it.
It.
Her.
He's gonna have another it as well.
I wish we would have had it like 10 years ago. I wish I would have met her like 10 years ago. But
Yeah.
Aw.
right?
Do you wish the same thing?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Probably.
Well, I mean,
She's
it's hard.
like-
It's hard to say 10 years at this point because we've been married 8. So it'd
That
probably
was
been better.
8 years ago. I
Yeah.
remember your thing out here.
Yeah. So
8
it'd probably
years
been
ago.
better if we'd been
Holy
met
shit, dude.
15 years ago.
Time is weird.
It
I
is.
know.
But
I don't get it.
it's good.
Yeah.
Cassidy's, it's
How old is she? Like,
3. She'll
3.5.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
4. 3.
be 4 in April.
4 in April.
Damn.
She's a good kid.
She's
She's
smart.
Was she always chill? Good or little psychopath for a minute?
No.
She.
Really?
yeah.
We got lucky. She is way chill. Because usually you see kids and they're just all.
Little girls can be a
she-
handful for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That little one of our little grandbaby. Holy hell.
She has more patience than me. She can sit down and like just flip through books.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Smart,
I've
relaxed.
never seen a 3-year-old just so like just focused on stuff. It's crazy.
Is she like
Puzzles.
scared of like other people? They're
No.
very friendly and open,
Oh, yeah. Like we were just at
extroverted.
lunch today. She kept asking me, Mom, can I tell him my name? Can I
Really?
tell him my name? I'm like, no, you don't need to tell every
Don't talk-
stranger on the street your name.
Not to them.
I know. Let's not give everybody our address and phone number and
Right.
name, and they don't all need to know.
This is my phone number I don't have yet.
I know.
I didn't know. That's good. That's good.
She'll sit there and yeah. Oh, my friends? I'm like, you don't even know them. Stop it. They're not your
Yeah.
friends. You don't even know them. My
Aw,
friends.
that's a sweet kid.
Everybody's her friends. Mom, I had so many friends. I know because
Dude, she'll
everyone
have-
you meet.
She'll have an easy life then.
Yeah.
Instead of like, that's easy. That's easy to be
Yeah.
that way. Easier, I think, than
Yeah. She's easy
all
going.
weird and scared of everybody.
Yeah.
She's funny too. She'll we give her our iPad and she'll watch like YouTube videos and stuff like that. But then when we're driving in the car, she'll pretend that she's on her YouTube channel.
She's on one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hi, guys.
She would have loved
Just
this.
go
Yeah.
to the grocery store with my parents. We're gonna
Holy shit.
yeah. Like,
Maybe she needs to start her own little
like
thing.
she has her
know.
own YouTube channel. I'm like, oh my god.
Have you seen our little dumb YouTube shit we're doing? Or no, TikTok. Have you seen our TikToks?
Uh-uh.
The Michael Myers.
No, wait. Yes, I did see him. Yeah. You guys on Halloween. Yeah.
You gotta check it out. Our
Did-
TikTok.
did
Look
you
at
put
it's
'em
Jade.
on-
It's Jade's TikTok. I can shout it out. I can't remember what it
Did you
is.
put them on Facebook? Because I've seen the videos.
The clips.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's where I'm
They won't let us post like fully what we're doing for some reason. There's some weird copyright thing or something.
Really?
I don't know. It's fucking stupid. But
On
Jade the art is Jade at Highline. Jade at Highline TikTok. I think that's her TikTok. Jade at Highline TikTok. Go look at all of them. You guys will die. We're getting ready to. She's gonna montage whatever it is when we get enough of them done. But they're pretty funny, dude.
TikTok is.
Have you seen some of them? She's gonna like put them where they just play in a row, like in a short movie.
Mm-hmm.
She calls it a montage or some shit. I don't know.
That's cool.
And
Montage.
put it on YouTube where people just lose it.
It's like, because as soon as I heard TikTok, I remember sitting there going, "We're going. This is so stupid. Like, I'm not gonna even play this thing. I don't even care."
It's the biggest thing on the planet.
Yeah, some girl at our work, she's like, "You gotta check these out. If you like Instagram videos
Yep.
and stuff like that, check them out." So I, one night sitting at home, like, check it out. Like 4 hours, dude. I'm like,
Dude, it's
I gotta-
gnarly.
I gotta go to
No.
bed.
It's the
I gotta go
largest
to bed.
platform there is right now for that.
Yeah.
It was and then it crashed, whatever the China thing, whatever's going on with it. But it was going to take out Instagram was the thing. It was
It's
said if you want to be anybody known, Kate, our kid, was like famous for a minute. He had 1 million views on a 900 and something thousand views on our shop video.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
He went super famous on that for a hot minute. It was weird. Everybody in the world knows Cade.
Yeah.
If you listen to that episode, everywhere we go, everybody knows him.
Yeah.
Are you Cade's mom and dad? We're like, holy shit. How do you, everybody comes in the tattoo shop.
It's
It's so bizarre. I'm like, how do you know my child? Everybody knows him, man. He's famous, little bastard.
It's just crazy how things like kids have that technology nowadays, and
Oh, yeah.
we didn't even know what that was. If
There was no phone, bro.
No, you either drove to the girl's house or you called their house phone because that's the only thing you could
Boy's
get a
house.
hold
You were
of.
going to a little boy's house.
Right, yeah, you know,
No, but we waited for my mom and dad's whistle. That was the come home thing. There was no call. You know where the fuck we were.
Yeah.
It was a whistle. Like,
Yeah. My dad too.
and you'd hear it. And my mom's whistle they're brutal, loud.
Yeah.
And we'd hear the ring, and we knew to That had to have been them. Book it home, but you could hear it from in the neighborhood. It's weird.
As the sun went
That
down.
shit don't fly no more.
Put down the BB gun and head back from the pond.
Dude, we used to be at the pond all the time.
I know. We'd walk over there with our BB guns.
And you could hear that whistle from here, dude. That's like a half a mile. It's 800, almost 800 north.
Can you imagine?
We're at 300 or 550. That's a long ass way.
Yeah.
You could hear it that far away.
Yeah.
Imagine if you saw like 4 kids walking across the street with BB guns.
By
Nowadays.
now, they're
No.
going to jail. You're going to fucking get that
Yeah,
call.
we'd get the call.
Yeah.
You get calls from people that when
segues
when they
that.
get their house
I didn't even-
TP'd or
Really?
doorbell ditched, or it's like it's kids
Stupid
doing
shit.
stupid stuff. Like, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That segued that. I didn't even tell the world what the world as if I'm something. Getting there, damn it.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
You both are 911 or how do you say that? Is it a 911 operator or
Dispatcher.
dispatcher
Dispatchers.
for Weber County, correct? Weber County,
Well, it's technically called Weber Area 911
Weber area.
because we do Weber and Morgan.
Yeah.
And we do all of the agencies.
Oh, you take Morgan too.
So we do troopers, Morgan County, Weber County, and then all the cities.
You get,
Ogden.
troopers
Roy.
have they use you guys too?
State parks.
Just there though.
resources.
They're not everywhere. They're not.
No.
Davis doesn't.
No, but like the further north, like Box Elder will do troopers. We do troopers. Davis does part of troopers, and then about halfway down, I think Bountiful.
So you're way busier than some
Yes,
with more traffic.
yes,
I would say that we're about the second busiest in the state.
yeah.
How does it happen where when they're just driving around? Well, I guess you take police calls and people calls.
Yes. So 911 and public safety.
How does that all happen? What like somehow it goes to the right person? I don't get it. Like
Well, it's all.
there's a whole room of you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like are you talking about like how the cell phone routes to the right dispatch center?
Yeah, like
So
from start to how does it get to you guys
So
and get filtered? That's weird.
it depends on what area you're in. So if you're driving on I-15 and let's say that you're in Roy and you call 911 from your cell phone, as soon as you dial your phone, there's a lot of stuff that's happening on the back end, but it's basically hitting a
Finds
bunch of
towers.
And this is all happening literally, I mean, a second. It knows
Second.
where you're at. And it routes it right to they're called a PSAP, a public safety answering point.
Crazy, dude.
So every dispatch center in the state of Utah is considered a PSAP. So it routes it to the nearest PSAP, which would be our center. And sometimes we'll get 911 calls from people in Summit County. Lots of times we'll get...
you just hurry and forward it to where it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right at the county line, like Clinton. We'll get some right there in Clinton because it's like right there. The closest tower it might hit is one that's in Weber County, so it'll throw us.
And you guys are all tied together where you could hurry and route somebody to a different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang
we
on,
just-
let me get to whoever.
Yeah,
Right.
we
You
just
just
transfer them.
Yeah, and then if it's like in our center, we'll have usually it depends on how busy or how many people we have on, but usually we're about 13 to 14 people in our center.
In a whole in the room.
Yeah.
Damn. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have five police channels, and we have 4 fire and medical.
So
channels.
like Roy City, like Weber County Sheriff, like them are the
Yeah.
like 5 agencies that call you or whatever.
Yeah, so we have like a service channel which they run all the driver's licenses and plate numbers and stuff like that. And then Ogden PD has their own channel. Weber County Sheriff's Office shares a channel with Morgan and Highway Patrol and Weber County. And then you have South, which is like all your South agencies like Roy, Riverdale, South Ogden, Weber State. And then you have a North channel, which is like Pleasant View, North Ogden, Harrisville. And then AP&P runs off that channel and some of the jail units. So
Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any given time,
It's complex.
Yeah, we have one dispatcher working each channel. So you have 5 radio dispatchers. You have 4 fire medical dispatchers that do just nothing but fire medical calls. And then you'll have call takers. You'll have 911 call takers and public safety.
So how do you know who gets the call? Like
You don't.
you don't then.
It's just whichever is. You're kind of in a lineup, so you take turns.
The computer probably
Yeah.
delivers it quickly.
Yeah.
It's all how you sign on to the computer system. So if you
That's
sign in as a
crazy.
radio dispatcher, you're not going to get any phone calls. It's just radio dispatch.
If something's too busy or too okay.
Yeah.
Then you can go ready and answer phone calls.
But you can probably see what's happening with all your monitors and hop around and help.
Yeah, we have
and all
monitors that show like if calls are holding in the 911 queue and stuff like
You
that.
can move around and get where you need to be.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Back in the day, it was probably someone just picking up the damn phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all routed. Like I said, it's all automatic. So you'll just be sitting there and you'll hear this beep and you'll get just a phone call.
You swear earpiece, Mike?
Yep. Just in one ear.
Yep. Just a little earpiece that it's custom fit to your ear. It's molded to your ear. And then we have our mics.
Yeah, because you got it in all day long.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. It's crazy.
Are you guys working from home now?
No.
COVID?
Nope.
No,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, how would they have done that? You have to be there.
Yeah, you have to be there. We've kind of shut down the floor so that only employees can come in. Like you used to be able to bring, like visitors could come in and
Oh,
sit
that'd
with
be
you and like
badass.
watch, but we've shut down the floor so only employees can come on. You have to wear a mask coming in and out. You have to have your temperature taken every day that you come in.
Make sure it's the blue thermometer, not the red thermometer.
Exactly.
And then it's also on you. Like if you're feeling ill or sick or have contact with someone who's positive, then you have to.
Quarantine.
One day,
Quarantine.
like everybody's gone. There has to be people in there.
It
Period.
has to be.
Yeah. You have to have butts in the seat.
Like
Yeah. To
so, say you don't have a chance. Like if you're, sometimes you won't have the chance to go. Probably like what I used to do. You don't have you will be in. I don't care if you're
It
dying.
doesn't matter. I mean,
So and so and so and so are in Disneyland. You will be here
you're obligated to go. I mean,
because you can't have you don't have like a help backup thing.
right. It's your
Because you ain't having me in there to answer no damn. Like there's a lot to it.
Yeah, there is. It's a long training process.
Dude, you're dispatch. You're bleeding. Get over it, pussy.
Bro, sounds like to me you need to fucking toughen up a little bit. I don't know what your problem is. Pull that goddamn spatula out your face. You're fine.
You ever tried kombucha? That might help.
Fucking really? I really deserve that.
I just say.
Kombucha, if you're listening to this shit, whoever you all are, you need to sponsor this show. This is ridiculous.
Send pallets over here.
And I'm not happy about it because I don't have any. Dr. Brew is my favorite. Shout out Dr. Brew. Hook it up. Or Cativa. Any of them are fine. Thank you for bringing up my weaknesses. You want to talk about any of the other ones real quick?
No, I don't think. No. We're
Hearing aids, anything?
We're
You got-
good here.
We'll be here in a minute. There's time.
They're behind me. They're fine. They're out. These act as hearing aids, and let's attack my wife's age, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Now we can get over the old shit.
am I the only one that's not 40?
Oh,
I am not
Jay's not
40
40.
yet. Not yet.
Right.
Close?
Close.
How close?
21st.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So it's
You don't
like
look 40.
weeks away, but
You don't look 40. You don't look
Oh, thanks.
39.
oh, thank you.
I keep telling her she's not a cougar. She's a puma.
Puma. Cougar. When does that hit? What age does that start?
I don't know.
I don't think it's an age. I think it's an age, like the gap between you and the other person. You know what I mean?
It's like, but when do we start that?
So it's like if you're 20 and you're dating a 40-year-old woman, that's a cougar.
That's a cougar.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I see. Well, I got me a whatever that is. I just call her a goddamn. I call her.
Whatever that
Whether it's a Puma or a Cougar or a Porsche or
Got it.
a Ferrari. That's a bad little woman right there. She's a good girl. She puts up with me, dude. Can you imagine as a female being married to this guy? You would not like that. I can't stop. Everything's 10 million miles an hour. It's ridiculous.
She can imagine. Trust me. She works 12 hours a day with me. Trust me.
Yeah, you guys work together in that facility.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where we met.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to work like? Well, I work with my beautiful, perfect, whatever that is, wife.
If you didn't like your spouse, it would be horrible.
Because you ain't getting away.
No.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
I hate it when she's not there.
That's cool.
It's not the same when they're not there, when he's not there. It's like when he's there, you can just like, it's easy. You just send a message like, hey, whatever you're thinking. And they, are there with you and they know what you're talking about.
Are you about a room? You can walk around, talk, do whatever. You stuck to your goddamn chair kind of when you're in there.
Kind of depends on what you're doing, what time of day it is. If you're taking phone calls at like 6 a.m. when the calls are kind of, 20 minutes apart, then you
have 20-minute apart calls at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Depends on
Depends on the day. Depends on what's going on. Some days at 6 a.m. it's like they're 2 minutes apart. You're like, oh, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Like there's that much shit going on around?
Yeah.
People have no clue. It's good that they don't.
It is. But that's why I wanted to have you guys on. Well,
It's crazy.
you guys, I've seen you. You guys are movie stars now.
TV stars.
TV stars. Different. What's it called? What's the proper name of the show?
Called Emergency Call.
Emergency Call
On ABC.
ABC.
Mondays at it's 9 here.
Dude, have you
Mountain
seen
Standard.
it? It's fucking cool. Yeah. That's how this started. I'm like, wow, we got to get them on and talk about that. Because I think
That was cool.
I didn't even know you've done it. You've done it forever. That job, and I just didn't. You don't hear much about it. It's like a lineman. People don't know what the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Dude, it's badass job.
Yeah.
I think it's
Your job. I was like, that looks goddamn cool. Like, there's way more to it. It looked pretty. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those that people don't really understand what you do. It's just like line work.
It's
I
nobody talks
have-
about it. They hear firemen and cops, and
Yeah.
they don't hear about the other.
Yeah.
I have an enormous
Not,
amount of
not
respect.
penis. Oh,
Enormous amount of respect for linemen and for snowplow drivers.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. I'm dead serious.
snowplow drivers.
Yes.
Snowplow drivers. I'm
Yes.
dead serious. Because those guys, I'm telling you right now,
Oh, because you talk to them too.
Yeah.
we have to call them out. And those guys, if they weren't out there plowing the roads, it would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Everything, especially around here.
Nightmare.
Putting down because you deal with all the wrecks and everything.
And like the linemen and the utilities companies, you have a lot more respect for them because you deal with them. You have to call them and say, hey, somebody hit a power pole, and they're out there and within a half hour and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and they're getting that fixed. And
Yeah, you directly.
Or you
do
have a
know.
windstorm and they get to the point they won't even take your phone calls anymore because it's just like
There's too much going
it's
on.
too much.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We know there's no power.
We can't even. Oh yeah, I've since quit. 3 months ago. All I do is this now and my other things. But I used to do that too full time. I don't even work no more. I'm not even in alignment anymore. I don't know if you even knew that, but
yeah, I knew that.
I quit. Yeah, it was great. It's awesome.
That's good.
I miss it. I miss it'd be like you stopping what you do. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, you miss it. You
Yeah.
just do. Even with the more stress it is, the more I like it.
Yeah.
The more
You can
tense.
always go back.
The
Though,
more.
if
Oh
you
yeah.
wanted to. That's what's cool about.
I keep paying
line
my
work.
dues. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'll ever need to. I don't. It would be an absolute necessity because this is my dream. So I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, man, I'm telling you right now, you call those, the DOT guys and say, hey, this freeway's a sheet of ice and they're out there and okay, we'll go take care of it.
And usually,
That's
like
awesome.
officers are like, call them out. They need to come out, and you call them, and they've been out for 2 or 3 hours already.
They've already self-policed themselves.
Oh yeah, they're aware. They're very aware of what's going on, and they're great about it.
Always really respectful, and
Very nice.
you call the utility companies and they're really great too. And
So you guys got hella numbers just on crack speed dial. Like
Yep.
you.
helicopters, all the medical helicopters that we have to call out, and DPS helicopter that we use sometimes. And yeah. It's pretty cool.
And there's never 2 phone calls the same.
No,
Period.
no. Just when you think you've heard it all, you get the next
Just when
phone
you-
call.
I can only imagine.
And I was working the morning when we had that earthquake,
That was fucking crazy.
and that was intense. And I worked I worked when we had the windstorm event.
Mm-hmm. This last one,
Yep.
Mm.
That's
And then
awesome.
4 or
I
5
quit
years ago.
like 5 days before that. I wasn't working.
It's a good thing you did.
Did they
because
call
it
you?
was a
No.
nightmare.
Oh, I was gonna,
they have since and wanted me back, but
they're
no-
like, hey, just
yeah,
just for a minute,
hey
come
man,
help.
like a few days, can you come back? I quit barely before that. I think
Yeah.
2 or 3 days, 5 days, something right before that, and I was like, oh shit, that worked out good.
Yeah.
That
All
was-
the sleepless nights, man, I'm so over it. My body is over it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is, and that's taxing. But
That
you guys have a
winds-
different stress, man. That mental.
Yeah.
that windstorm event. I've never in 15 years I've been there. I've never seen so many calls hold for so long. It was
You can just see it on the screen. Just
Mm-hmm.
It was about 3 solid hours of 911 calls pending and public safety lines, and
and it's not like you can just dump them. You have to take these calls.
Yeah.
you just have to take them. And
Like clear, start over.
yeah,
And if they hang up, we call them back.
Seriously?
and that,
It'll leave a flag there that you have to check out. Damn.
Yeah. There's abandoned calls. We call them back.
you just have to call them.
No response. You have to probably do something about that. And
Just depends. If it's a
Severity
like a
of it.
landline or business line, yeah, we'll send somebody out. If it's a cell phone, we'll just leave a message.
That's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on, dude.
Yeah.
Not to mention the the police channels that you're dispatching on, and the fire and the EMS calls that are going out, and the medical calls that you're taking. It's a lot. It's
Everybody calls. Well, I call it all the time on accident.
Well, like the day of the earthquake, people call and they're like, "There's an earthquake."
You're like, God damn it.
Like, okay, but like, what do you want 911 to do about
Please
an
don't
earthquake?
flood the
Like,
airwave
oh
with
my
this.
God. Don't call us.
Because you can lock it up, right? They jam up the system, can get jammed up. Too many people calling.
well, I mean, it would take an enormous amount of phone calls all at once to down our system, but
Because it'll just show them just lined up.
Yep, it just lines them up.
yep. But
Is your shift all screwed up? Are you supposed to be sleeping right now?
I have gone to days, so I get up at 4:30.
God, you guys' schedule is
So-
stupid. I know that.
It's with daylight savings, and then yes, normally I would probably be asleep.
So
but
you're all screwed up. I'm
okay,
sorry.
No, it's okay.
This is
I'm
our
all right.
days off.
Yeah, we're off today. And
Oh, are you?
tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm fine.
And then I went back
I'm
to-
fine.
I usually work days.
You need
but
kombucha.
I'm usually a day person, but I went back to
We switched this
Swing.
last
So
shift.
you've been there 15 years. How long have you been there?
9.
But I started at Roy.
So she come in, you're like, what up?
Yeah, I started at Roy.
What up,
in
dog?
2001. I don't remember that. I worked there 4 years before I went to dispatch.
Roy has their own?
Mm-mm.
No.
So their dispatch center left in 2000.
And it's
And they-
just merged to that.
Yeah, and when I got hired there, they had a CSO program, kind of like I'd work like the front desk. I'd take reports from people walking in, and I'd fingerprint people from court.
Oh,
and
he's
stuff
doing
like
more
that.
hands-on stuff too then.
Yeah, and I did that for 4 years, and then I went to dispatch. So I was September 2001 when I got hired at Roy.
Well, is that, you've been doing it for a while,
long
dude.
Time. A long time.
Because I remember the old days. I used to work at Home Depot and stuff too. I remember that on
Part-time,
the side.
I was part-time at Home Depot and full-time at Roy. And then,
Now you just full-time this.
yeah.
You guys probably don't get paid nearly what you're worth, I would imagine as well. Or they take fairly good care of you.
I will say that our center, it pays very well.
Is it a state job or thing, or is it
County.
it's like a work for like the county?
Well,
we're state employees, basically.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're under like a state retirement.
yeah.
Cool.
So like we
So it's
have-
good then.
yeah,
That's all good
But
for
we're
you.
our own tax bracket in the county.
we're like a local government.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like we don't work for Ogden PD or we don't work for Weber County Sheriff. We're our own entity that just use those police agencies use our service as 911.
like contracted out kind of thing.
No, we're our own tax base. So our agencies don't pay us. I think the only agency that pays us is probably Morgan, because they're not in Weber County. But if you live in Weber County, you have a tax taken out.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
not you live in Davis.
Davis.
Somebody.
So like,
Some
Yeah.
Weber.
like you have a paramedic tax for Weber County.
Really?
You have Weber Fire District. You have the public
Tax.
school tax. You have a
Oh,
Weber
yeah.
911.
So you have a
Oh.
Weber 911 tax.
Yeah. So we're
Damn.
our own district. And our director actually, she fights every year to get us good pay increases and
Cost of living
cost
increases.
of living increases. And
So they take care of you
Yeah,
guys.
they take care of us.
They take care of us.
Good,
Well,
man. I
yeah.
didn't know
We
that.
have really
That's
good health insurance, which she fights to get, the cost down and stuff like that. So
Maybe she could help us.
she's
Fuck, that sucks. Insurance, self-insured. No.
Yeah.
She fights really good for us, and she understands.
That's good.
She understands how hard the job is, and our
Yeah.
board members and stuff like that. They understand, and every
Yeah,
year
our
our
board's
budget comes
good to
around,
us.
and then they fight for us.
You got like a whole thing of people then. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
See, I didn't know anything about any of that, man. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
The show enlightened me to even what it was about. Just
Yeah. And that's one reason why we wanted to do this show.
It's cool, dude. I don't know why it's
Just
it's a badass idea for
Yeah.
a show.
yeah, just to be able to show people like a little bit more of the ins and outs. Who are the people that answer the phone? Why we go through and ask everything that we ask and
Right.
all that kind of stuff so that people have a better understanding of what it means to call 911.
It's kind of a bigger deal than people think. I do it all the time on accident. And we tattoo a bunch of people. Yeah. Amanda works there and She's called on accident before, and Amanda called her personal phone. Hey, you just called the center. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, you do it on accident too.
Yeah.
It's like, don't call 911 unless you need to. But there was a thing on your phone that you bump. And mine does it all the time, and I hit it on accident.
And it
People's watches,
happens.
like
Watches.
a Apple
So if you
Watch.
hear static for a minute, like, you got to decide what to do with that, though.
Yeah.
You can tell. If it's
Hear
in
people
someone's
laughing in the
pocket,
background and
you can
talking
tell,
shit or
like,
whatever.
You can hear the engines rev it if they're in their car, or you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's clues.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes.
But you ultimately have to make a call all
Yeah.
the time, man.
And sometimes you do hear fighting, and you'll call them back, and they'll be like, "No, everything's fine." It's like,
You're
"No,
like, no,
I heard a disturbance. I heard
Officers coming.
fighting." Yeah.
So do you have to be trained to do that? Like how to make what call, and is there a big training curve involved?
Yeah. We had 12 weeks.
Well, when you first get hired, so there's two different phases of training. There's call taking and fire dispatch training, and that usually takes 12 weeks. And then you're on your own for a certain amount of time.
So you're with somebody, or you're in a class.
For
You're
12
with
weeks. Well,
somebody.
you're in a classroom for 4 weeks, and
They're
then
like
on
teaching you stuff, man.
and then 3 weeks, and then you're on the floor with a trainer for 12 or 9 weeks.
Apprenticing, kind of.
Yeah. And that's what I do.
You train? You
Yeah,
help?
I train.
Oh, good.
So I'm sitting, like I've been sitting with someone the last 3 weeks, and I'm sitting with somebody right now. So
Is that scary? Like you want to take over?
it's hard sometimes not to, but yeah. And I mean, it's like at the very beginning, it's a lot harder. And then as they have gotten into the practice and they can take calls by themselves, it's a lot easier to sit back and just, okay.
You have to learn how to be a really good listener
Yeah.
Yeah.
and attentive to maybe secret talk that not saying the right thing, but you know what, you have to deal with that shit. Sometimes people don't dare say what they got going on, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Trainers are probably the most important role in our center because
Oh, for sure.
they're the ones teaching
You're bringing
the
them up,
new
man.
dispatchers, and they have the most knowledge of the job, and you basically happen to do the job through somebody else. Which
Right.
is, doing the job itself is really hard, but doing the job through somebody that doesn't know how to
Then
do
teaching somebody
Yeah.
that knows nothing
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
and deciding when you need to step in.
Yeah.
Our trainers are awesome. So.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It sounds like a badass job. Is there a lot of people wanting to be involved in it? Do you think? Is it or is it an often hiring thing?
I
or-
don't know that many people think about dispatch in the same way that they do like police or fire.
I sure didn't until I seen that
yeah.
show. I was
I
like,
think-
whoa, that
I
is.
think a lot of people think of us more as like secretarial or clerical, and
It's not even
it's
close.
not. It's not that at all.
It looks high.
We call
Stress.
ourselves the first responders because we do CPR. We talk people that are hiding in their houses, try and get descriptions of suspects and
You're
vehicles.
whispering. You got to
and-
get in character. All that.
Yeah.
You got to basically deal with somebody that's out of control on the phone.
Yeah.
I
And you got to learn to get to their level.
you got to learn.
Not make them not want to listen.
Yeah, and that's things that you learn as you've done the job. That sometimes like yelling isn't the best thing to do.
You guys
know
are
what I mean?
always calm. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
always
you-
chill.
If you keep yourself on that nice calm level, people match that better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they'll come down to your level of calmness.
Sometimes.
It's got to be
Sometimes.
hard though. Listen to me, God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, like, hey, that'd be tough, man. You'd
I
have to
think that-
you have to
yeah.
learn to stay calm
There
like
are
I think the
days.
coolest part of that job is when you get somebody that's absolutely out of control and frantic on the phone, but by the end of the time that you're disconnecting with them, they're saying thank you.
You've
and
changed
they're
the whole
calm,
scenario.
And you've
Yeah.
the tone of their voice is calm, and you kind of brought them down to earth a little bit.
You fixed
and-
it.
and
You
they're
straight up
saying-
fixed it.
They're telling
Yeah.
thank you, and before somebody gets on scene to deal with them, they're a lot
Yeah.
calmer than they were when they first called.
If you've changed it before they even get there, you're kicking ass.
Yeah.
Or starting CPR before people
Starting
are
CPR.
saving people's lives before anybody's even there. Dude, that's cool.
Police and fire and medical don't get there unless we can get an address and get them sent.
Yeah.
So
How does that happen too if somebody calls and they can't tell you an address? Does it
So that's the
most of the time allow you to see where it is, or
that's the coolest part about our job is the technology.
there's a lot involved there, I'm sure.
If you call your cell phone, if you call from your cell phone 911, most of the phones nowadays have pretty good GPS tracking in them.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell what house you're in just by the location of that cell phone.
With a little work, you got to click some stuff and go through
No.
stuff.
It automatically does it.
Was it?
It's
Pops
showing
up on our
you what's
screen.
up.
It blows up on our map and it shows you right there. We have like a Google Earth view, and it shows
Like
you
3D.
the house, like right in your backyard.
That's-
There you're standing in
wow.
your backyard. So
You can actually help guide that a little bit too. Then
absolutely.
And that's always better with like the more like cell phones now, you know, they almost carry a GPS location in them at all times.
right.
And now they're getting to the point where they send that GPS location with the like while you're calling 911.
I think it's absolute necessity that it does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dial 911, it's given. I think it gives you everything.
And I
the
mean,
cell phones are getting more advanced. So
'Cause
not
they'll-
only are they using like cellular data to try to ping the satellites and stuff like that, they're using Wi-Fi. So if you're connected to the Wi-Fi in your house, it recognizes that and it knows where you're at.
Nails it down even more.
And it's getting your Wi-Fi location, it's getting your GPS location, it's getting your satellite location from your, from your cell phone provider. All
Yeah.
that within a half a second, and it's shooting it to our dispatch.
Dude, that's
center.
handy.
Lost hikers.
yeah. And I
helps
mean,
out big
yeah,
time.
as you go into like mountains and stuff where you have a little bit less service, it's going to be maybe a little slower, maybe not quite as pinpointed. But
Isn't
we
that-
can still usually
that a-
find like a trail that you're on. You know what I mean?
That's
Like we can kind
awesome.
of see that kind of stuff.
I think if you dial it, it should be part of the deal. Like
Yeah.
somehow whoever allows whatever privacy is out the window. If you dial 911,
Yeah.
privacy's gone. You need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because if somebody couldn't talk, every kid in the world knows that number. It's like engraved in our brains. Everybody that I know, you just know. That's something you know. And
Yeah.
I think it should be, I just think it's cool. So the mountain, you said mountains. So isn't there a thing where it'll work no matter what too? Pretty much, even if you don't have service or your
The-
phone's off. And
So the cell phone towers now, I mean, you can pretty much be anywhere and get cell phone service. Like you can be,
yeah.
yeah. I
that's-
mean, you can go. It may be spotty and it may cut out, but eventually you'll get through. Like if you send a text message, and it may not go out right there, but you kind of drive down the dirt road a little bit, and it'll hit a tower where it gets service, and it'll send it. That's all we really need is for you to be able to call 911, and we can get a good location on it.
And you'll just send somebody out there anyway, even if
Yeah.
you don't know what's happening.
We get to the point where we'll get a 911 call, and they'll be up somewhere skiing, and they're not sure of where they're at, and we'll give their GPS location to the helicopters, and the helicopters will just fly right over them and
Right there.
right there.
Yeah.
Or the search and rescue.
That's so cool.
You give it to you get injured hikers all the time. I mean, there's trails everywhere up in Weaver County, everywhere, and you give that GPS location of that cell phone where the patient's at to search and rescue, and
It's within feet of
they'll
where.
drive right up to it.
That's cool.
So
Will it give you like a live thing if it's moving as well? It'll
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
it tracks it as long
Yeah.
as there's a connection.
it's funny because
That's
when you
cool.
get those 911 cell phones where they're open line, they're driving in their car, you'll see them like drive.
You're like, hey, you're going to Macy's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did this on accident.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
and if you have a cell phone that doesn't have service, it will call 911 too.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, even though it does, as long as it has battery power, it'll call 911. That's a safety feature that,
Damn, that's
that
gnarly.
got put on phones. We can't see a phone and we can't call it back, which can sometimes be hard.
But you can send somebody that way.
But I mean, it might take a little bit longer to like find a location like GPS, but as long as we keep you on the line long enough, we can still get a pretty good location. And
That's why you don't give your kids your cell phone to play with.
yeah,
Right.
Let's just take the batteries out.
God, they can do
Just
it
take
on an
the battery
iPad or anything.
yeah.
You don't know how many times it doesn't have service. It doesn't matter.
You're still going to dial
Obviously,
911.
I'm still talking to you on this phone.
And there's other countries that have different numbers too, right? Or like 411 and like or whatever.
It's like a different system that they set up. And I think in the 1970s, if I remember right, it was either the late 70s or the early 80s 911. The actual 911 number was actually created. So
For
it
that.
hasn't been that long.
Yeah, because you just call it a
to become
police
a
department.
nationwide standard. Yeah.
If there was an issue, now it's a 911 thing.
Yeah.
And that's nationwide.
Yeah.
Is it me or is there not a lot of awareness behind dispatch
Dude.
around the number in general?
None of it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's why I thought this would be so badass.
Yeah.
There's
Because I still have 10 million questions. It infatuates me.
yeah,
How fucking everything is so tied. It's just cool.
yeah.
Who thought of it? That's a killer idea.
And people will call like 911 thinking it's 411. And they'll be like, can I get this phone number? It's like, no, that's.
Can I get a burger with cheese?
Yeah, that's 411. You're going to have to call them.
Or blue steaks. You probably get that one too. 811 or whatever it is.
And people need to understand too, when you call 911, it hits the closest tower, right? Like Justin was saying before. So if you have an emergency in Nevada, you can't call 911 and expect to get Nevada. And even if you have a Nevada cell phone, it's not going to go there. We get that a lot. People think.
Huh.
So if you call 911, it's going to come to us. So if you have an emergency in another country, in another state, in another county, you're going to have to call that public safety line in order to get that.
So the phone, it'll call where it's registered to. Is that what you're saying?
No, it'll
area?
call where you're at.
It'll hit the
nearest
PSAP
tower,
where you're at.
and then the nearest tower says, "Oh, you're in Weber County, and I'll send you to Weber County."
So it routes
So
it.
even though your emergency, maybe it's your mom fell, and she's a 90-year-old lady in
Oh, I
her
see what you're
house in
saying.
Nevada,
Yeah.
and so you're trying to get her help in Nevada. You've got to call that public safety line to Nevada.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the thing that people get confused about is when they should call 911.
When should they call 911?
Yeah.
What is that rule? Like Dre just brought up.
So
nobody
I
it's something
remember
shit
this.
needs to be taught in school. I think.
Well, I remember this from school.
God
Maybe
damn
it was school, but to report a crime, or to stop a crime,
Stop a crime.
report a fire, or for medical emergencies,
Save a life.
to save a life. That's what it was.
That was when you were in school?
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
back in
I
like
remember.
1875.
That's when the number became
It's the same. But
Yeah.
We wrote on slates.
you
I know.
wouldn't believe how many times people call 911 for I locked my keys in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and People don't understand.
That floods
There-
it too, huh?
There may be 5 call takers in our center. Okay. If it's in the middle of the afternoon and you're calling 911 because you locked your keys in your truck and it's running and
And
you're
911.
tying up a 911 line. So when
But
somebody
you could be
calls
hurting
in,
somebody, man.
right? Somebody could be
'Cause-
at home having a medical emergency. They're trying to call and it's going to
Put them on hold.
put them on hold. That's what people don't even
Because
understand.
it doesn't. The calls are not routed by who calls first. It's who calls 911. So even though, like, say you called on public safety and this person calls on 911, the 911 gets answered first. They are always put to the front of the line. So if you're calling 911 because your keys are locked in your car,
It's really not something to dick with. You really shouldn't do that. Like
People think it's a joke. It's like,
if
"Oh,
if you're
sorry."
wondering who to
Like,
call, don't do that. There's
Yeah.
your brain's not stupid. Don't dial that number. Look up your whatever they are, your
Yeah.
local whatever it is.
It literally could be somebody trying to dial 911 that has an emergency, but they can't. They're getting put on hold because you've called or you're let your kid play with your cell phone, or you called because the neighbor's dog's barking and it's annoying you, or you didn't know the public safety number, or for some reason, and it ties up our system. And I mean,
That's true,
Yeah.
man.
we deal with so many 911 cell
And you
phone
got to stay
calls
chill and talk.
that are
Yeah.
just pocket dials.
Yeah.
Just pocket dials. Like you could get,
Dude, I've done
in
it.
an hour.
Yeah.
In an hour, you can do 15 pocket dial calls. I mean, if you can
Yeah.
imagine how many people
God, I'd be pissed.
calling.
some days it gets real
it gets-
old.
It's
Same
nonstop.
old guy. It'll be my dumbass over and over hitting something on my hearing aid for Christ's sake. Hey Siri, call 911 on accident or something.
That's the best thing when you call them back. Oh, I didn't call. It's like, how do you think I got your number?
Why do you think I'm calling
I'm
you?
fucking doing this. I have no time for
Your number out of my
what?
head.
Come on.
Do you guys ever get the pranksters? Like, do you guys
Yeah.
get pranks a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
Not a lot,
Kids,
but yeah,
mostly little
kids.
kids will call.
That's definitely not something to mess with, man.
No.
People need to understand that.
That's a lot of resources that are out trying to
And
find.
time. It actually takes a human a minute to figure out shit.
You can, I don't know if I should say this. You can text 911 too.
Can you really?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you're
And we prefer if you're
why
in
would
a
you
text,
not be able to? Why would you not say that? Why would everybody not need to know that?
because we don't want you to text if all you're doing is telling us, my house got broken into. Texting is for like those emergencies where you can't talk.
Right.
for deaf
Hostage.
Or deaf,
scared.
like the
There
deaf.
you go.
Like it's a good resource for them.
The TTY is kind of not a whole lot of people use it. They either
What's
use,
TTY?
It's the
I don't know what T2I stands for.
I don't know the actual term for it, but it's the deaf system that deaf people use to call.
It's like their
Oh.
phones.
When
Yeah.
they talk to them and stuff.
But a lot of times we'll get from a relay service. So they'll actually call a relay service, and the relay service will call us.
So like they use like basically like a Zoom call. And they
Yeah.
sign with an interpreter.
Damn.
And then that interpreter speaks to us and tells
Yeah.
us. So it's either that or texting. Like we have a couple people that, like a coworker, her brother-in-law's deaf, and she says he just texts.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he'll use now.
TTY, teletype.
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 And I think that connects with a lot of like people having home phones and stuff like that, which a lot of people don't have nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the old
So
school.
they'll have to use a relay service, or they can text the 911.
Yeah.
Remember ours on the one upstairs? It was wood. Remember that? I had a wood rotary phone.
That was cool.
Remember up in the corner? Dude, I would
Yeah.
kill to have that thing back.
I think it worked too, didn't it?
Oh, hell
It was
yeah.
hooked up? Yeah.
There's still a jack box in the wall right there. It's still there. There's still a plate there.
I remember that phone, and you guys always had a radio, like a jukebox radio on the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Tunes.
And it would always have like Alice in Chains or the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, absolutely. That doesn't date me at all. Or you.
I just remember sitting up there eating breakfast at that kitchen counter, just listening to music,
That's it, dude.
jamming out.
We're still the same way. My kids are still, they're taking on it. That one is they're psycho music people. My daughter makes music. She produces. It did not fall from the tree far. The kids all are obsessed with music still. It's a big deal in our life.
Yeah. I remember jamming out in the Uncle Brent's red pickup truck,
Oh yeah, the old '79 Chevy.
the music blasting so loud that, yeah, it was good times. I keep telling her that story. Do you remember? I think it was your birthday, and it was me, my brother, Jed, you, obviously, a couple of your friends, DJ, and we all went to see the Gremlins movie up in Clearfield by that Baskin Robbins.
I think it was my 10th birthday, bud.
And we were all riding in the back.
In the
of
back,
truck.
fucking right, in the back.
Yeah.
No, it's not no seatbelt in the
That's
back.
what- I mean, where else would you ride?
Whole goddamn herd of us.
And I always tell her that story. Every time we go up to Baskin Robbins, I'm like, I can remember that like it was yesterday.
Dude, we did it all the time.
And then if you went on the freeway, the rule was you can't sit on the wheel wells. You have to sit
You
in
have
the
to
bed.
Dude,
then
you
it's
could,
safe.
I remember hanging on, and you could get light. Like you could feel your ass come up, like
Yeah.
whoo, like when you're hanging onto the rail. Like, dude, this is,
Yeah.
yeah, we used to do that shit, dude.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
Riding in the back of trucks was a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did up in Wyoming.
It was a thing.
yeah.
Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, Evanston.
yeah, you didn't
you
have
really?
like
Yeah.
crew
I didn't know
cab
that.
trucks. You had a regular cab truck.
And they'd slide the window open, and
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
sneak through to get warm a little bit. God damn it.
Put
It's
the shell,
cold back
put the
here.
shell on the back. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
If
dude.
your parents were rich, you had a shell.
Yeah.
If they weren't like ours,
Yeah, I didn't have a shell.
My mom and dad had a shell.
Jesus, we froze it out.
You go camping and they just shove all the stuff in the back.
Oh yeah.
The shell, and then you'd get back there.
Carpet kit. Whoever had a carpet kit.
Carpet kit.
Them dudes were loaded. Dude, your dad got a carpet kit.
Yeah. I remember Uncle Dave.
I remember the
had-
words.
Uncle Dave's dually. You remember
Yep,
that?
the red one had carpet kit. That was like luxury shit. That was like the limo.
Yeah.
You don't know any of this, do you?
That's old school.
Dude,
Man.
that shit's no joke right there.
You see kids in the back of the truck nowadays, and they're calling
911.
abuse.
Calling us.
Or you have you kids riding a kid down a bicycle without a helmet. They call.
Oh, it's a different world.
Like
Yeah.
we made fun of
It's
kids
bizarre.
that had helmets on. Like literally.
There's a problem with that child,
There's a reason he has a helmet on.
or a mask, or something. Now everybody wears a goddamn mask all day long.
Unless you're Jed, who did sweet tricks on blades.
He's a talented kid. What can I say? Oh,
Jumps.
the stories we could tell, it's bad. That's like 16 shows in a row of stupid.
What? Justin and I had only been dating like I don't even know how long, maybe a month or two.
Couple months, yeah.
And we ran into your parents and Jed, and we went back to your parents' house, and
We
they
went
showed me
to
home
Circle
videos.
Inn Pizza.
Oh
We went
yeah,
circling pizza.
dude.
We went back to his parents' house and watched videos.
Yeah.
Home
So I
videos.
got to see some Jed sweet tricks on his blades.
Oh
and
yeah,
Justin telling
us
him,
singing Guns N'
singing.
Roses. And
right here in this basement.
yelling at
My
Jed
brother,
about
of course.
can rip my head off.
You can rip my head off.
Jeez, Jed.
And you call my mom
Freaking head
Toots.
off, Jed.
Like, hey, Toots. Remember that? Get in here. But yeah, we still play those videos, dude. She's going to lose her water.
Funny.
I swear to God, we still watch them. My whole fucking life is on video from a kid. It was unbelievable. My parents were really cool with that.
Yeah.
We tried to do that for a long time. It's hard, man. But my parents were psycho about it.
Yeah.
We had a video camera always.
Sleepovers, man, with the flashlights.
Yeah, dude.
Light
Did the
show.
music. And my brother, okay, me, Junior, Jed would always do like Guns N' Roses and like Motley Crue. And my brother.
Metal
over there-
shit.
Yeah. My brother's over there with Mark Chestnut.
The Bellamy Brothers. He did the
the
Bellamy Brothers.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Like, what a weirdo.
He's coming on here too, damn it.
Who does that kind of shit?
Josh, he's a clown.
Yeah.
I've shouted him out before. He's a cop. He's a badass. You guys will like him. He should have just came with this one, just been a little side piece of that.
You should have. You should have told
Yeah.
him.
Did you talk to him directly all the time, just throughout, just indirectly?
If he's working, I usually made it a point to work the channel.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll send him chats every now and again.
Yeah. I'll usually, give him a hard time. Send him a chat or something like that.
He's decided he doesn't want to be out on the road anymore.
What's he want to do?
He's doing like a different detail. So he'll kind of work Monday through Friday.
Like in the office stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Monday through Friday, holidays, weekends off. He decided
He's
he's
got like
decided he's
60.
too old to do shift work.
Dude, he's older than me.
I think you just get to a point where, and especially within the last couple of years with law enforcement and
Dude,
stuff like that, you just get sick of it to the point where you're just, I can't do it no more.
I think it used to
Need
be
a
a cool
break.
job, man. Like my grandpa, your dad, back in the day, like it was a good job.
It was.
They were good dudes. They worked
was-
people, and now it's such a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It didn't affect you guys though, really. I guess it's a different entity, but
No, I mean we still get the effects of it though. Like what was it this year? We had the riots in front of our building.
Yeah.
you had riots in front of your building too.
Protests, not really riots.
Protest that was supposed to turn violent, but
Didn't.
Yeah.
they
And you have to do all them calls too. That probably gets flooded with shit, I would imagine.
and that was right after we had an officer get killed in the line of duty, and that was
In Ogden.
mhm,
I
that was
heard
pretty
about-
hard
I heard
because
about that.
you're trying to, that's happening with that officer, and then you have people protesting right across the street, and then you just like,
Well, and then they want, officers to come keep them safe.
The protesters, when you're like, we clearly have bigger fish in the pond here.
yeah.
So,
That
I
sucks.
just don't think people like they don't take responsibility for their own lives. They want somebody else to do it for them. It's like me and you. We're not out there, doing drugs and breaking into people's vehicles and stuff like that. We choose to go to work and have,
Yeah.
be, good members of society and pay our taxes and
Yeah.
be good neighbors and be good people. But there's people out there who don't want to do that, but they want to blame everybody else for their problems.
And you
right?
deal with that shit all day
Right.
long.
Right.
And they do too. You guys are the reasons the cops go out
yeah.
for most stuff, right? So yeah, let's get rid of police.
Right.
How fucking ridiculous does that sound?
Let's defund the police.
Let's get rid of them.
Yeah.
Listen, like what happens when you call? No one's there.
Yeah.
What are you
Okay,
gonna
call
do?
911. That's
Yeah.
fine. Then what?
We're gonna send a therapist out there to deal with the guy.
It's
with the
absolute
knife
nonsense.
That's high on drugs and that's trying to stab people. That's what we're gonna do.
It's nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what the world's even thinking of. I don't know that Utah's too crazy with. I don't know, but
Yeah.
So you guys are in the same line of work. A lot of people take their work home. How stressful is that? Like, do you guys take stuff home?
I think we're pretty good about it most of the time. Like, it's funny because you walk out that back door at the end of the day and it's almost like, I don't know, like you forget it. You know what I mean? It's there. Most of the stuff you don't really think about. There's a couple calls that I still think about once in a while.
you've been shocked so much throughout the years. There's nothing shocking anymore. So you
No.
just know it's easy to turn on and off.
Yeah.
I call them like triggers. Something will trigger you.
Yeah.
Like before we had Cassidy, for me it was, and this sounds kind of dumb, but you'd have dogs get hit by cars, and they're still alive and they're got broken legs. And, you know, I mean, you feel bad because you have dogs and, you know, you feel for it. But now that we've had Cassidy, it's the little kid calls.
Anything with kids.
Yeah.
Kids. It's a trigger. So, I mean, what was it? What call was on the
show? The little girl that was missing.
Disappeared. Couldn't find her.
Oh, I didn't hear
for
about
like
that.
45 minutes. And the dad was losing his mind.
Yeah.
Like you could just feel that dad was just out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he calls you guys.
Yeah, he called 911. It was on the second episode.
What, babe?
It was on like the second
Oh,
episode.
that's on the episode.
Yeah, it was on the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And he said they'd been looking for her for about 45 minutes.
That's right.
She was 2 or 3 years old, and just the way he described her, the way that she looked, how small she was, it just automatically, I had Cassidy in my head.
Yeah.
That's what I could think of as my little girl. And so I was good talking to him, and then I hung up, and it just like
I lost it.
it just hit me. I'm like, oh, can't even I mean, obviously that's every parent's worst nightmare to not know where your little 2 or 3 year old is for 45
Cassidy
minutes.
out of my sight.
I can't dude, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle
Not
that.
even close.
And that guy, the other bad thing is he had just moved to the home, and so he could not even think of his address. He just was so like panicked, and it was just one thing that he couldn't think of. And that was a good example of when it was really great that we had a good like GPS location
you
on
could
him.
pin him where he
so
was.
I knew the neighborhood he was in. So maybe if I didn't have the exact house right, I knew within a house or two right where he was at.
Right, yeah.
So we got officers headed out there, and a while into the phone call, he was finally able to give me his address and tell me where he was at. And luckily, most of the missing juvenile calls we have, the kids are in the house,
hiding somewhere doing something
they've
stupid.
they've hidden, fallen asleep. They're in a blanket, in a closet, under a blanket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've gotten to somewhere where it's not somewhere you would normally look for them. But luckily, yeah, she was in the house.
And when I hear you guys say that, when you say that on the thing and you're like, okay, now did you look? I automatically I think I would have done all that. People really fucking don't.
Well, you know, and it's sometimes, and I think
I would strip this house
we give those
apart.
prompts just because they're in such a heightened state
That's
of
true.
like panic.
Like, did you turn the power on? You gotta start
like it's just like
start from the top.
I'm gonna give you ideas,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you may have already looked here, but because I've been doing this for 9 years and have taken so many missing juvenile calls, I know that sometimes they're asleep
You know
in
the
a closet
patterns.
under a blanket. Yeah, so that's where we start. And I'm also trying to keep you, because towards the end of the phone call, he was like, what if somebody took her? And I'm trying to keep him from going to that point
Yeah.
too, because it's like, no, we don't know that. We don't need to get to that point yet. We've got officers on the way. They're going to help you.
And they're freaking out too. They're just like us. They have kids. They're losing their shit on their way there.
Yeah. And
That's
so,
scary.
yeah. And I think, one of the nice things too about both of us doing the job is that we're able to understand what the other person goes through at work, especially because it is such an emotionally charged job sometimes that, when we have those bad moments and those bad calls, that the other person does really understand what we had to go through.
She deals with it more than I.
It's not, you don't know what I dealt with today.
She
Like,
deals with
you
it
do.
more than I do anymore.
So you can choose different areas or something. You're in a
Well,
different.
he's a supervisor now, so
you the boss, fool?
She's I
Damn.
don't know about that, but
Head
he's
cheese.
a shift
so
supervisor.
she's doing it, 12 hours a day versus I'll do it, here and there. So she, not in.
But so can you do? There's different places you would be taking certain things, like you said, you would be.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we can, she's always on the floor working, so she's always doing that stuff. But like my primary job is kind of sitting,
Monitor things.
monitoring things.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to all the channels and everything what's going on. But there'll be some times where me and another supervisor will overlap. So I'll go on the floor and work and help out with coverage. So I'll go and I'll work a radio for a couple hours or until they kick me off or something.
Yeah.
I'll go do phones until they.
And you can hear and help and step in and chime in any other.
Everybody on the floor is really good about that. Like, someone has maybe like a Like say it's a structure fire. That person's working that structure fire, taking notes, and they need like Rocky Mountain Power or
the
Dominion
gas people.
to respond out to, secure the utilities. So someone else will be like, yep, I'll call them for you. So while that person's still working the structure fire, taking notes, another person can call utilities and be like, hey, we need you to respond out to this house on a structure fire.
There's a lot to it, isn't it? That's crazy how much there is into that.
Board up companies.
Board up companies.
If it's in the wintertime, sometimes the water freezes, so they'll need like public works out there, and they'll need streets to
sometimes
sand
you have
it.
to need Red Cross if they're displaced out of their homes.
Yep.
Or,
And you have access to all this information quickly to dispatch. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. How that all was probably over the years figured its way into probably a pretty quick response stuff.
I think our center is kind of unique because a lot of the centers across the state, like Clearfield dispatches for Clearfield. And then you have Salt Lake who dispatches for Salt Lake, and I think a couple other agencies have jumped on theirs, but we dispatch for so many different agencies.
Yeah.
So we're like Roy, South Ogden, Riverdale, Higher Patrol, Weber County, Morgan County, all the police and fire agencies in the two.
So there's just way more to it.
There's way more to it.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to learn Roy, how they do stuff, and how Roy Fire does stuff, and how Roy PD stuff, you got to do Ogden. And
that's why
Ogden
that
Fire
show probably chose that department then.
Yeah.
I don't know why they chose.
I don't know how they picked up.
I just thought that was so strange. It was Austin, Texas. Yeah, I seen that. The Louisiana one or whatever. These big
I
cities.
think they tried to get different
not, like,
kind of different
LA or-
sizes of departments. So
But it
like
was-
you've got like Louisiana and New Orleans and Austin that are large centers. Us and
Alaska or something.
well, Alaska is really small. And then the one
They're just
in,
crazy because they don't. It's
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
So us and Minnesota, I think, are probably about the same size.
Yeah, you just would never think of a Utah thing being
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
They did.
They said we're just wild times here, I guess.
Yeah.
Tina, she put it out and she was just like, if anybody's interested in doing it and kind of make a little video of yourself and I thought, I'm like, no way.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, what?
Yeah. But then she said she did it, and I was like, that would be kind of cool to just, show off the job and.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
That movie's cool, or the show is cool.
Yeah.
Series, whatever the hell it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool because I love like cops and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Live PD
But that's
and
way
stuff like
more, dude. It's better than all of those. I thought it's just
was
cool.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I'm glad we did it.
I am glad we did it too. All the people that came out and worked, like all the camera crews and the producers, they were so
awesome.
nice, so
Really?
easy to work with. They did everything to try and make us feel comfortable. Like they had to wear masks on the, like for the 8-10 hours that they were there filming us, they had to wear masks the whole time.
It was during that. I thought it was was it?
It was
end of June, beginning of July, and then they came back
in August.
in August.
So it was
Some
during
more.
COVID crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was way cool. The first producers and the camera guys that came out were, I think, the creators of the show. One of the.
I don't know.
But it was a different crew that came out the second time, and the second crew was two guys from Australia.
Oh
So
God,
they had that.
Australian. Yeah, right,
Oh,
mate.
thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
Right.
Put it on, okay, mate.
You're like, dude,
Okay,
what?
But I
Say that
mean,
again.
Some of the nicest, coolest people,
Yeah.
down to earth. Just, I mean, even when we weren't really taking phone calls, they were talking to us, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
even the mic guys that came and mic'd us up. They
Thank
were
you. You
just,
did such a good
guys-
job. You
man,
sound
that
awesome.
sounded so great. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate it. And just super.
You're like, no,
nice.
we appreciate it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just here working.
So all that shit was real.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're in there,
Yeah.
super upset.
Like
I was like,
they
damn.
would, all they
You
would
can
do
feel
is
it, bro. It's real.
they would come in and mic
gotta
us
see
at the
it. It's
beginning of
cool.
our shift, and then we would just stand there and take phone calls, and they would be like talking to us, and we'd get a call, and they'd be back up, film, and then it would hang up, and they'd kind of ask us a couple of questions like, "How'd you feel about that?" or "What happened?" or
I
"How do
thought
you?"
it was cool. It's put together sweet. It's a sweet show.
Yeah, and some of the live.
You can just tell how
shots
real
and
it
stuff
is.
Like
It's
that.
just
Ogden
weird.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it's a well done, and dude, I think it's cool to bring all that awareness to it because I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this is real, I called your brother. I couldn't get a hold of you. I didn't have your number personally. She was getting me, but I called your brother trying to see if I get your number and asked him, like, is that shit, like, was that real? He's like, yeah, dude, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
it was all real. Like they were filming us the whole time.
it just was cool. I had no idea. It's such a cool thing. It's a very necessary job.
Yeah.
And takes a special dudette to do it. Is it male, female dog? Is it just mixed?
Both, yeah.
It's not like it's a super.
It's probably 60% female, 40% males at our work. There's a lot of guys.
Because chicks, that sounds so stupid. Women, there's probably way more I don't know, that could be both ways, but more calm, maybe a little quick not as quick to jump on the trigger as we are. I don't know.
I think everybody there does a really good job.
You'd have to be.
Yeah. It does take a certain kind of person that can do that job. It's not for everybody. Just emotionally, it's hard.
The training's tough.
The training's tough. There's a lot of technology that goes into it nowadays.
And people just don't have the...
Well, if you make a stupid ass call and do the wrong thing, I'm sure you're accountable for it.
Oh, yeah. And that's
multitasking.
Like you should have done this, and you do that again, you're gone. Like, you've cost this and this.
Well, and unfortunately, depending on how bad of a mistake you make, it could be somebody's life.
Right, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Could be an officer's life. It could be
the caller's life.
Just by sending people to a stupid thing or making one stupid move.
One number and an address. Send them to the other side of town. It could delay a response.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think in my group when I got hired, there was 6 of us, and I'm the only one left out of that group.
People are like, no, this is ridiculous, or they get fired.
They can't make it, or they leave, or
training. Out of probably we'll hire 5 people, and out of that 5, maybe 2 will pass training. And
I was the same. I had 6 in my group, and 3 are left.
So training weeds out a lot of the bullshit, but you end up with people inevitably in everything.
And people,
but like if it's intense, you guys can help each other too, and bounce things. Like you call them, you do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And people apply thinking, "Oh, I can do this." Okay.
No, dude, I don't think so.
They get into that thing where it's like, okay, I'm hired now. I can just sit here and chill and not learn. And it's like I'm still learning.
I'm still learning.
That's why you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
Every day you learn something new, and it's like I didn't even know.
Yeah, I've had trainees before be like, "Oh, when I have as much time as you, I'll know everything." And I'm like, "I don't know everything. I don't know how you think you're gonna know everything. I don't know everything."
No way.
It's if you haven't seen that show, you got to go watch it. It's weird. There's so much to it. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It really made me slow down. Like, I respect that.
Yeah.
If it was real, I'm like, if that show is real,
it's real.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because it seems so intense.
The only thing that was changed is, some of the information that was given out.
Like some of the addresses are changed.
Names and plate numbers.
But it's all
like
stuff,
that.
Man.
It's it's there. It was.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's real.
And some of the calls you get, what the hell?
Yeah.
Do people, every secret of every human alive.
Sometimes they tell you stuff and you're like, that's not true. That's not what's really going on.
Yeah.
But some of it's real.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is they're trying to hide what's more embarrassing. Because you're just like,
what's really there?
I know.
What is,
Kind of,
oh my God, I can only imagine, dude. He didn't do, did he do that? He did that.
He did that.
And you guys gang up and you got to be like, what the? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I can only imagine that the holidays are crazy for you guys.
Yeah.
How hard is that to kind of juggle, like having a family holiday out and being there to help
when you're absolutely a necessity to the survival of every human.
Every human.
Like, really, when people are hurt, that's what happens, man.
It's hard because like this year we both have to work Christmas. So we're not going to be able to celebrate on Christmas. We'll have to do it. We're doing it the day after.
That sucks, huh?
Yeah.
4th of July. Oh, it sucks so bad.
4th is a hot one.
4th of July. It's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so and there are some like this last Halloween, full moon, Halloween,
like yesterday,
on a Saturday night.
A couple days ago.
On a Saturday night, daylight savings. I left at 6 p.m. I was like, bye, good luck.
Was it crazy?
I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm sure it was.
Dude, Halloween here
Yeah.
was insanity.
Yeah.
It was one of the busiest we've had in years.
Yeah.
He showed up too. He brought his kids. Dude, it was. I thought with all this COVID horse shit, has that made everything crazy too? Have you noticed anything weird there?
I think
because Halloween I couldn't believe it. Everybody, we had a huge turnout.
the thing that I've noticed a little bit more this year, I think, is usually when school starts and the weather starts to get cold, things start to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? People are back into a routine. But now school is half the time kids aren't in school, and there's not really that sense of normalcy or routine that you typically
Netflix quit working.
have.
What do I do about this Netflix
And
thing?
then I think some people are out of jobs. Some people, and just the stress of the COVID, I think it's affected people.
Yeah, big time.
So you even noticed it in calls and
Yeah,
weird shit.
it's just not
Well, yeah, 'cause
slowing down.
People are home doing bizarre shit.
And some people don't have great family lives, and being stuck with your family all day, every day, it's just,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. On Halloween, I worked till 6 p.m. and I worked.
Right to when it started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what you were saying then. You
Yeah.
left right. Okay, as
Right
it was
at
getting
6.
dark.
Yeah.
and I worked the Ogden channel, and I had a new squad sign on about halfway into my shift, and I mean I had calls pending, and I'm trying to dispatch them out, and I had a K9 unit. It still makes me laugh. I had a K9 unit sign on, and he said Weber gave his call sign. Let's do this. Like right over there.
Here we go.
Like here we go.
Oh
we go.
shit.
Here we
Halloween,
go.
let's do
I'm
this.
going. I'm out.
I'm here. Let's do it. It just made me laugh.
Was it wild? Was it a wild one?
Yeah,
Well, you got like a 1080
yeah, I got a car chase.
car
and
chase.
it was
No
crazy.
shit.
And that was like before 6 o'clock. Man, I can't imagine
A
what happened
car
at
chase.
6
We're in-
o'clock, dude. I'm like, I'm out. See ya.
That's a thing. We have those.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Are you
Almost every
shitting
day,
me?
yeah.
Every weekend.
See, we don't
Well,
even know any of this.
No,
And that's a
most
good thing.
most
People don't know.
agencies.
No, and we don't need to. But it's
most
just,
agencies don't like.
It's crazy.
It's not like 80 miles an hour down. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like they blow a few stop signs or a red light, and officers have to terminate because
It's too dangerous.
the safety to the public is more important.
So it's not LA shit where they're going through and everybody's getting hurt.
Sometimes we'll get them once in a while, but
If you get somebody that they
Well,
know
the
that-
guy on the show,
Oh yeah.
I didn't see what one.
That one that was
Was it the one you did?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
he'd shot at an ambulance. He pointed guns at people. He was
started
started a
fires.
fire. He broke in and stole like a side by side, and I mean he was out of control. So if
That
they
one,
got
they
in a
chased him.
yeah, they would have chased. They would have chased that guy to St. George if they had to. Just
Because
and you get some of those guys, especially that they're chasing that they know are violent offenders and that they're
they shouldn't be on the road.
yeah, they got like no bail warrants and they're suspects in something else, and
And you guys have access to all that information quickly as well.
they'll
To,
chase them.
to
So
aid
that's
them.
part of what we do too. Is we'll look up like their
You'll let them
their
know
plates.
shit that they don't know
Yeah.
about the guy
Yeah,
Yeah,
prior this or that. No, that's cool.
pretty
Yeah.
good database.
See,
for-
I don't know any of this. I think
Yeah.
it's cool, man.
yeah.
Like all I need is a phone number. Like all I need is a phone number.
He's like, no, you need to hear this.
yeah.
This guy, A, B, C, D, and yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you guys
that's
ever had to go to court for a call?
I haven't.
I am
What's that like?
Got summoned to court.
boring. You sit there for an hour and a half, and then they come and tell you, "Okay, we don't need you guys anymore. You go."
So it wasn't a big
You-
thing.
No.
Took a plea deal.
Yeah. I had one where it was like a drug case where it was something with a drug case, and they'd called 911 for something, and I remember going and sitting there, and it always kind of drives me insane when they subpoena us, because it's like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, just get the recording.
Yeah, it's the
Is this your voice?
Just get the
Yeah, I
recording.
know.
Is this your voice? Yes, it is. Okay. Like everything I did was recorded. Why
Yeah.
do I need to be in court for this? So
Yeah.
you go in there and you just sit there, and then the prosecutor will come out and say, is this your voice on the record? Yeah. Okay. You guys can go home. We don't need
So
you.
they just need, so just need to know.
So what they do is, if they have a case like that, they subpoena everything, right?
From the call to,
witnesses to people involved with the case to everybody.
Yeah.
So they're there when they prosecute them in case they need them.
Utah seems to be a pretty gnarly system too. It seems I'd say I've had a lot of cops on here too, just officers, not cops, sorry, officers.
Yeah.
Because I tattoo a lot of people. The shows I tattoo, whatever, but they're all my clients, mostly my crazy family, you know, their crazy shit. But our officers, dude, we got a good system. It seems like our system, I'm just pro cop to the end of time. I don't, there's bad people everywhere you go, but cut police out of this or you guys out of this, shit's hitting the fan, man. Yeah. So I'm pro cop. They're great people and they're out there and they're known and they're present. They're professional. Seems like a good.
You can tell the difference. Like our 2 counties and our law enforcement agencies, they don't put up with the BS. Yeah. They don't let things get out of control. Something starts, they put an end to it pretty quick. Versus other departments that you see where they have
scared to react to anything.
You know, like look at stuff that's happening back in, you know, Portland where things just get out of control and their government, they don't want to do anything about it.
Right, dude.
Upset them, you know, and that's what's great about, you know, our agencies is they're very proactive about it. They don't put up with the BS.
Good system.
Good system.
Your brother's over it though. He's over it.
I don't think he's over it. He just needs a break.
I think he's just looking for that 9 to 5 for a while.
Yeah, he's been doing it for 20 years. It'll be 20 years in December. And you get to a point where even in dispatch, it's like, man, I just need a break. I need to go downstairs and like empty garbages for a couple of years or something.
Well, and you guys are delivering everything and they're out there boots on the ground in it.
Yeah.
They got to deal with people face to face.
Yeah.
And not to mention they got to see all this stuff about defunding the police and
horse shit.
You know, protests about stuff. You know, everything they do is under my, you know.
Yeah.
But you guys can fall into that as well then. Mm-hmm. It starts right from the call if it needs to.
Yeah.
That's sad. I think we need more. I'm pro police for sure and law and structure. We have to have it, man.
You have to have it. You cannot.
Just imagine you guys being out of the thing completely. What in the hell would happen? Yeah. It seems so. Look how busy you are and what you do. If you were gone, what would happen?
Nothing.
It would be,
like chaos.
Yeah, it would be chaos. Because
unbelievable chaos.
There would be
because we don't even know what you do with. You know what I mean? It's sad, man.
Yeah.
I always look at it as we're kind of like that funnel, right? So everything that comes, whether it be an accident with injuries, a grass fire, everything funnels to dispatch.
And then we funnel it,
and then you
send it back out. You know, we dispatch.
You organize it and
organize it.
That's cool.
We take the phone call.
Characterize it.
We know what it is, whether it be a family fight. We gather all the information. We send it to the police.
Well, then you're the resource sender, so you can reserve resources.
When the officers need or firemen or medical need something, it comes back to us again. We're like that middle point.
No, we need you guys over here. This just needs one officer or whatever, or you can depict. Listen, all hands on deck here, fellas.
Yeah. And we can't do our jobs without the police officers and the fire departments, and so we're all kind of a team.
It's cool, man.
So
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
all work together pretty well.
Yeah,
I just think it's crazy how organized it is, and no humans know about it. I didn't. I live with it. It's in my family. My grandpa was a cop for 40 years.
Yeah,
41 years, I think. Grandpa was a cop, and I just chief, officer, whatever. But people just don't know, man. It's just not an educated thing. I think it's cool to hear.
Even before your grandpa, you had Green, who was also in our family. He was the chief of police.
Yep, dude, it's everywhere, and I didn't still never even knew how integrated everything is. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
When seeing that show opened my eyes to it, I thought it was really so
Yeah.
And I could not believe they chose Utah. Anything
people
in Utah.
get that all the time. Why do they guys do that?
It was so cool though. The show's really cool, man. You got to check it out.
Did you guys meet Mario Lopez or what?
Mario Lopez?
Is that the host?
No.
Who's the host?
Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
Well, you showed me it was Mario Lopez. On the preview? Yeah.
No.
He's
Luke
cool.
Wilson.
He's all serious.
No,
and
we
shit.
didn't get to meet him.
Hey, he's dope.
He'll crack jokes on it too. If you notice that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's dry.
Last episode.
He's dry as it gets.
What did he say about the?
All serious with his eyes squinted.
Luke, he'll crack jokes.
I know, but I don't know which joke you're talking about.
He said the bear one. when that guy was getting chased by a bear?
I don't
I can't remember.
Oh, I'm sure it's dry and
Yeah.
slick as hell.
All I
know.
Dude,
But no, we didn't get to meet him.
No,
Yeah.
He didn't come on set. That'd been
No.
cool.
it would be cool to me.
It would be cool.
It's a good show, man.
It's a good show.
You gotta seriously check it out. It's seriously cool.
What's after dispatch? Like, what do you guys do? What do you progress to?
Well,
There's no topping it. Like,
We just like pray that we can make it to retirement. That's what I
do we
do.
still have some hearing
I
left
do
in
every
that
day. I
left
do,
ear?
Yeah, I walk into work every day and like get my little ID card out and swipe it at the door and see the little green light. Oh, okay, good. Turn it off. They didn't turn it off today. Yeah. So
that's the, there's no, so there's
I
no,
don't know.
I just wanna retire, put in good years, and then feel like okay, because I never planned on being there. Do you know what I mean? I thought I don't even know what I want to do with the rest of my life. But
what are you going to be when you get big, huh?
exactly.
No.
I had no clue, but it was you started there, and I didn't plan on being there for 15 years or.
Dude, it looks fun.
Even
I don't know. It looks
5
fun.
years.
It looks like it's a good time.
Well, they just changed us to a public safety retirement, so now
Yeah.
we're at we'll have 20 years. We can retire.
Damn.
Yeah.
With decently, do okay with it. That's good.
Yeah.
And you got the two of you in there
Yeah.
working. You guys are both doing it.
Like I said, she's good. I just pray to God that when I slap
Whatever.
Come
So full
on,
Keep
green.
me working.
Come
Keep me
on,
working.
green.
I'm still good. Still paying my dues.
Yep. Yep.
Whatever.
It's cool. It's seriously cool. I had no idea.
We're proud of it. We're glad
You should be.
We are glad we did it.
I am proud of it. I never used to like.
You don't think it's that big of a
I
deal?
wouldn't like say, hey, I work at Weber. I would just kind of, I wouldn't really say anything because I just, you know what I mean. But
Well, it's it. I knew dispatch
Yeah.
forever, and I just never really thought it was that big a deal. I really, truly didn't.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Just like linemen, people don't have a clue what we
Don't
do.
have any idea.
What's your guys' department think about it? Like, what's your employee or your?
I think everybody's pretty excited about it. Yeah. It's just, I think, a cool thing to be able to show your family because nobody really knows what dispatch is. And
It
so just be able
exposed
to,
it well.
even if it's not your center that's on the show, you can like show your family and be like, see, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is why sometimes when I come home, I'm not in a great mood
Yeah.
because I've dealt with, because that's the hardest thing about our job is that you deal with people's worst day.
Yeah, they're not
All
calling
day.
you to have a chat.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to get
found-
rid of you because I have a chat ready.
Yeah.
It's always something bad.
Yeah.
dude.
It's like they've,
Well, it could be the best day, right? It could be having a kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get those ones very often, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
We're
delivered
having a baby. What do we do?
Haven't delivered a baby yet.
Drive to the goddamn hospital.
Yeah, I know.
Please.
Yeah.
I will navigate you in time.
Yeah. That's what's funny. I haven't had one. I've only taken 2 childbirths, and they were all with the first year that I started working there. One I was still in training, and then
You like talking them through shit?
yeah.
Yeah. The closest I got it was a lady that was like, she was having twins and she was like in the middle of it, but she was like around the corner from the fire department. So they got there super fast.
You just kept her calm and
Yeah. You just kind of give them some
see all that.
instructions and stuff like
yeah,
that.
you
but-
have to decide all that. Like,
Yeah.
if I need to get rid of this, if I need to keep this. I think there's a lot to that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all recorded, every damn word you say.
Every
Yep.
word.
It's all
Sometimes-
recorded.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll have good open mics.
Yeah.
Whoop. Sorry about that.
Whoops.
My bad. I would be a horrible dispatcher. Listen to my mouth.
We have like foot pedals that you
What
can
the fuck
press.
did you say to me, kid? Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk on the radio or talk on the phone the other day and I was pushing the foot
Keyed
pedal.
the radio.
So it was like, I'm like, hello.
Sending it across the air.
Nobody's listening to me because I'm not on the phone. I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
Or you're talking on the phone and you're talking, okay,
Yeah.
come in, 10-4,
Yeah.
back door, over
Yeah.
and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Do they promote like behavioral health, like mental health at your job?
Within the last year when the MCOT started?
No, I think like within our.
Yeah, like
Oh,
employees.
within us? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They have a,
EAP, Employee Assistance Program. Where
Employee
we can go
Assistance
talk to people
Program,
who
yeah.
have problems.
Yeah.
But we also, like I said, our director is really good about our mental health, but also our physical health too. So we have like a workout room downstairs in our building that we can use, but we also have the ability to go and get checked physically, like by a doctor, to make sure that we're healthy. And we have a program for that. And we also have a program where you can actually buy workout equipment through our center at cost and then pay it through like your paycheck and stuff like that. Like they have it taken.
It's weird how you have answers for every question. And I'm just thinking of like, I think there would be things I would be asked and I'd be like, God, you know what? I don't really know. You see it, what I'm getting at is it just seems like you understand it well. Like everything about what you guys do is very calculated. Everything's known. It's just cool.
Yeah. And a good thing too that we'll do as far as like not mental health, but like say there's a really big incident, like something bad affects a lot of people. We'll have where the dispatchers, the firemen, debriefing. Thank you.
Like y'all talk.
Everybody that was involved in it, officers, medical, firemen, dispatchers, we can all come into a room and have a conversation with it. And it helps, especially for a dispatcher, because then you can kind of get a whole story. You can get, because that's one hard thing about our job is you don't always get closure.
Yeah, you don't know what happened.
You get a bad call, you send officers, you hang up, they're there, you take the next call.
You're tripping.
And you don't, And so having a debriefing helps that you can go in and have a conversation and be like, okay, that makes sense. That's what I heard, or okay, that's why this was going on, or
it might help you build for the next, figure something else out to help the next thing.
Yeah.
Or you come out even more messed up.
Right.
You walk out there going, Jesus Christ.
God, I really fucked this up. I just should have sent.
I just should have stayed home.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, it seems there's a lot to it, man.
There's a cool job.
I had no idea.
It's a cool job. Like I said, she does it more.
You're very on your toes.
She does it more than I kind of just sit back and
whatever.
Play Russian roulette with my key card.
That's why you're the supervisor. So
because he did such a good job for so
right.
long, they're like, please come be a supervisor.
It sounds like your directors, these people, sounds like it's very involved. Everybody knows everybody. There's no hoping shit works out. It's got to be on. Everything's got to be on cue.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to do it.
Whatever.
I'll do it.
I'll take it.
You're so full
I'll
of
do
it.
it.
I just fill up the water cooler, but I'll do it. I got this.
Yeah. You guys need
Anybody need ice?
Water? You good? You good? All right.
Well, how many direct reports do you have then?
How many what?
How many direct reports? How many employees do you have? Do you manage?
So there's 6 supervisors. So it kind of goes the dispatcher 1s, dispatcher 2s, which are trainers, dispatcher 3s, which are trainers, and OICs, which is what Shiloh is. And then you have 6 supervisors, and then we have 2 ops managers, and we have a director. So the 6th floor, we have 8 supervisors. I apologize. So we have kind of 2 specialist supervisors that do scheduling, and one of them does QAs. And then we have 6 floor supervisors, which is what I am. And then under me, I'll have people on my team. So it just depends on how many people we have, but I usually have 8 or 9, sometimes 10 people on my team that I'm kind of over, that I have to do evals for and kind of be, they're on my team. And then, so each supervisor has their own team.
So there's a lot
About
involved.
45 to 60 employees.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Something like that.
That's a
Dispatchers.
lot to manage.
Yeah.
And it sounds like
you
it's
have-
structured very well to
And
me.
then you have IT, and then you have
Yeah, because
The
your shit has
training
got to stay
specialist.
running.
we have 3
Yeah.
IT guys, and
All your computers at
And our
all
training
times.
specialist who kind of keeps track of all the trainees and stuff.
yep, our training specialist, and
You probably got crazy badass like backup generator, backup. Everything's backed up, ready to.
Yeah, we have generators, then we have a backup center, and if both of those go bad, then we go down to, it's called VEC, Valley Emergency Communication Center.
See, you
down
know
in
all that stuff.
down
It's cool.
in
go down and log into
where's
their.
VEC? Salt Lake, West
No,
West Valley.
It's like West Valley.
West Valley. So if everything here goes out, then we can go down to VEC and take
There's
phone calls
backups
down
for
there.
backups.
That's crazy.
We have a battery backup. Then we also have a backup generator in the building that's supposed to kick on the power. Like when that windstorm hit, we were on backup generator for a little bit until our power was restored. And
Then we have a backup, like dispatch kind of with computers and stuff over at the sheriff's office on 12th Street.
so
It's-
we'll go in and log in and take phones from there.
Imagine just getting rid of that. I'm just serious. It blows my mind.
Yeah. Wouldn't
Or
work.
just
The-
having it just like gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the phone calls you take,
Yeah.
the things you deal with, just it stops, and that would just
Yeah.
it's so crazy to me that that's even
It's a cool-
a fact that people even think about it.
It's a cool
Yeah.
job.
It blows my mind, man.
It's a cool job.
So you guys are absolutely so needed.
Yeah. I think everybody is. The
The
police
whole
officers and the jail corrections officers and the firemen and the paramedics and the EMTs and all of that's needed. And all of them should get paid a lot more than what they do.
I agree, 100%,
So,
100%.
you know, it's just like I said, I have a lot of respect for utility guys, right? Linemen,
Yep.
gas company, the DOT guys that plow the roads, you know, all those guys.
Yeah.
They're way underpaid. That's for sure.
Underappreciated.
Well, it's just cool.
Appreciate
You
it.
guys see the whole scope of all of it. You really do. You deal with every single buddy.
Yeah.
So when they're young,
From
you
the
know,
people to the big companies, every little stitch of all of it. I think it's so cool.
you know, give me an ETA on the power company. It's like, well, they got to call the guy from home. It's not like they're
See, you know all of. I think that's neat.
it's not like they're parked around the corner waiting in their truck for you to. Oh, here we go.
I think it's cool.
If he's not on another call, like,
Yeah.
But see, you know that too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how you understand every little aspect of humans.
And it takes time, and it takes, you know, your guys' job is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Very
And you know,
on a totally different level.
situation for you guys have to be just right. You know.
But dealing with unpredictable humans is even more bizarre
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
our stuff is a theory. It's fairly controllable to a point. We control it.
We get to sit in a building where it's safe,
Human stuff, though, but you're dealing with humans, man. Scary shit happens.
Humans are weird.
air conditioning and heat.
You're like, you did what? Seriously? What? And you have to control that little part of that in your head. I would be so bad at that. I would fly off the handle. I guarantee it. No, I don't know.
Yeah, you get some crazies too, man. Like some people that just
Is there any crazy, bizarre one you can share that's just no name, no nothing, but just some crazy ass weird thing?
You just have
Because I hate that. What's the weirdest tattoo you've done? I hate that too. I don't get it. But
it's like, you know, several of them that you've done, but when somebody asks you that, like, what's the craziest call? It's like,
I
I
don't
don't even
know.
know.
Like
Just
you almost have to start like
so
talking about
many.
it, and then they come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do it with the
Top of your
tattoo
head.
thing all the time.
Yeah.
People always hit me with that. What's the weirdest tattoo? And I'm like, you got to
Well,
narrow it down more.
And
What do you mean?
well, that's the thing. It's hard
Weirdest
when you
spot?
say
That's
weird.
not weird to me. I tattoo wieners all the time. It would blow your mind and his mind, but it doesn't blow my mind.
I got a call where somebody stuck it where it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Stuck something they shouldn't have been.
There was a call, and I can probably talk about this because this was like 14 years
I
ago.
think that happens a lot, by the way.
It
Yeah.
is. Where there was a shower rod that got
Shower rod?
misplaced in somebody's rear end.
Misplaced.
Yeah.
Shower rods. That's just a bizarre thing to go grab.
And
Yeah.
they had to transport him in the ambulance with because I mean,
The curtains.
Pull it out, they would have
Yeah.
probably bled to death. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't pull it out.
Yeah, because it'll stick there. Dude, that's scary.
That was a long time ago. and
So
I
you're like,
still
okay,
remember
now
that.
listen, you got to just leave this in there.
I just remember that.
First of all, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you, what?
I just remember that call going.
You
Did he call himself?
You did what?
I think his parents called.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it was mom and dad that are like,
More of a.
what?
We got a problem here.
That was a long time ago, and I still remember that. That's crazy.
See, that's
I'm gonna remember the spatula call the rest of my life.
I
so,
yeah, that was weird, and that was live.
yeah. I was like, okay.
How would you?
figure
How was
this
she
out.
talking? I don't understand how.
I don't. That's the part where I was.
It was
I,
it was a woman.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the part where I was like, it must just be a piece because she's breathing and she's talking like she's gagging.
You gotta
but
hear this. She shoved us. There's
yeah,
a
she had a
spatula,
spatula, a whole
in
spatula down her throat.
Yeah.
and she made the call, and it's on the show.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
I know. That's one that I think a lot of people are like, what in the
Yeah.
world? I don't know.
Cake batter must have been good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Something.
said she got bumped into a wall or something,
Yeah.
bumped backwards and
Something.
Something.
but you see, there's nothing. You guys have heard it all. Like, no, it's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't get it, but I've heard this before. You cannot shock me.
Yeah.
You are unshockable.
I don't know if I'm unshockable. There's still things that people say that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Oh, shower rod. Got it.
Okay, shower rod.
The one
Yeah.
Professional during that. Like,
Sometimes
Yeah, and to stay chill.
Sometimes you have to mute yourself.
The ones that you hear were like the suicides that they like to call. Those kind of bother me. Not
Call before they do it. Is that what you're saying?
they bother me in the sense that they call us. So not only do they affect their families, but they're also affecting us, right?
Like they'll call you before the act. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
And they'll put
Yeah.
the phone down, and you'll hear them in the
Oh
background.
my God.
Yeah.
Heard a couple of those.
Heard a couple of
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you hear that, whatever it is, whatever the means were.
gunshot or
They'll call and say,
Oh,
I don't
dear
want my family
God.
to find me. Just
Do you imagine fucking hearing that, dude? I would lose my
it
shit.
took everything out of me just now. Just hearing
Like
it.
that
Yeah.
freaks me out. It gives me
Yeah.
goosebumps. That is
Yeah.
bizarre.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Like I understand,
And then your officers
you,
go do it. They go
Yeah.
work it and see it. You guys hear it, heard it, but they go see it. Just all you people. God bless
Can you
you.
imagine
It's
just
just-
seeing that over
No.
and over again?
I fucking can't. That was
Yeah.
all of you guys are just insane
Yeah.
to me.
They're just
And they're spotting all the EMTs and all the people that deal with people.
I can't even imagine.
It's insane, man. My job is way too easy.
Yeah.
But all of you think your job is easy. You like right?
Yeah.
You think you like what you do. I think that's cool that it takes a certain human to do
You don't
that.
have to go out in the snowstorms and direct
Yeah.
traffic or
Yeah.
smell the dead people.
Climbing
or-
poles in a 600 mile an hour wind when it's cold. See, I'll do that. I
In
don't
the
want
middle of
I don't want to hear what you just said.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
picture it and deal with
Yeah.
it. It's, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when it's a downpour and you're walking into work going,
I can go
See, I'll
inside.
be- I'll be out there.
light today.
I'll be out there in that shit all day. I don't want to hear all the.
Yeah.
It's just funny how it takes all of us to do everything.
Yeah.
And how you find where you're at.
Yeah.
Walking
What
out
you're
in
good
the
at.
parking lot, going to your car in the middle of the winter. It's like,
God, it's cold. Damn, it's too hot out here. Climate control to climate control.
yeah, exactly.
It's so cool, man. I don't know. That show freaked me out. I hope everybody goes watch. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
you need to look. I thought it was cool. It was, but I don't
There's a
think
few
it's.
more episodes still.
Yeah.
It's not on tonight, but there's a few more.
Your episode already premiered.
Oh, they're gonna. There's more.
Yeah, there's more.
But your episode premiered, right? Or there's
We'll be
more
in
from-
more. Yeah, we'll be in more.
Because you're already in two of them
They
that I
do
know.
like a call or two from like different centers on each
The
episode.
show.
Yeah.
The last.
They're done filming though. It's over.
Yeah, the filming's over. Yeah.
But you have more to come out still.
Yeah,
More.
we should have a couple more episodes, I think.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The last episode was our buddy Cody.
Yeah.
And then the episode before that was,
You, right?
yeah, the big call where it was
With
going
the-
through the
The
guy-
chase and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so we've been on 4 episodes.
You got to watch it, dude. It's trippy. I didn't when we her. I can't remember how it started. I think she showed me on Facebook. I don't remember. We found it somehow that way, and
I think, yeah,
it-
he and I both shared it. Like when
sparked.
we
I think
finally
that's how
could,
she found it.
when we
And,
finally could say something. Yeah.
and I wanted to see, and then we watched it, and I was like, dude, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like it opened your mind to everything. It would be like the world seeing videos of us. It would
Yeah.
blow your mind what we do.
I saw a TikTok of this guy on top of a power line getting onto a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's like, "Oh, Junior used to do that." I'm like, "No way,
Nonchalantly, yeah.
no way."
Yes.
Yeah,
Helicopters.
I
do it.
think that stuff is fascinating.
Same thing
Yeah.
though. This to me is fascinating.
Yeah.
That to me is it's just so whatever we do.
Whatever,
But
whatever.
yeah,
I'm
but-
hundreds of feet in the
You're
air.
dealing with so many. Yeah.
On a
Yeah,
But that's
helicopter
Just
so-
stepping onto a helicopter.
Peace of mind to me is that. Peace of mind to me is tattooing a wiener. Peace of mind, like things that would blow other people's minds. You would never even imagine the things I've pierced and done. And God, it doesn't. I'm unshockable that way. I'm unshockable physically by people what they do. You hearing it's different though. Like dealing with it first. So that's I don't know, man. It's just cool how we all think we're so just whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
You do
It's
it
not
for
that big a
someone,
deal.
it's like,
But if I heard that, I'd be like, what? I'm out. Like, I'm out.
We look over and Junior's gone.
That helicopter pulls up to grab you. You're like, nope. Yeah, and we work
I'll
off of
stay
that.
here.
We're hanging off the thing.
No.
This is, yeah,
We're strapped to it.
for sure.
Thousands of volts of electricity that could kill us, the pilot and everything.
It's just so cool. You get trained in what you do. Going to see something he does with the boards and shit, I already know what it looks like. I think that shit's amazing. I can't even run one of them.
You're like my little one.
So I love to learn, and that's a lot of what this
Pretty
show's
lights on
about,
it,
is learning what everybody does. I just think it's cool, man.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's so unappreciated by everybody else.
Yeah.
I do, and I like to spread all that. Like,
Took a few more minutes to like understand what other people are doing or going through.
Just like my brother. I have a lot of respect for my brother. I went and rode with him several times, and I dealing with people face to face like that, pulling somebody over in the middle of the night, walking up to the car, not knowing who
the
it
hardest
is.
job on the
You have
planet.
no idea who this person is. No idea who this person is.
Absolutely.
You don't know if it's a 16-year-old kid. You don't know if it's a convicted felon. You have no idea.
You'd know
You have
nothing,
no idea.
period.
Yeah.
And having the
It's scary enough just being out in the dark anyway.
Yeah.
And you're going after, you're engaging people. Absolutely.
My dad wouldn't watch horror movies for that reason because he was sheriff in Evanston.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and her
Yeah.
family.
See?
Yeah. So
yeah,
he was the same way. He's like,
saturated.
I can't watch horror movies. I'm out there in the dark by myself. He's like, that's when I start thinking about it, and some hatchet killer's gonna come
And
out of
see,
the
but
woods
they
and
just
kill me.
instinctively just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just do it. They turn off. They do it.
they just do it.
That's the most unappreciated job in the world to me is police officers, first responders, the people actually doing it. You guys as well. You're the start of it all.
I can't even imagine
But people actually doing the people work. My
Yeah.
God, it's unbelievable.
pulling somebody over in the middle of the night. I'd be like, "Hi, hey."
Hey.
I wouldn't pull anybody over. I'd just be chilling. I'd be like, he's good.
Taking a nap in the 7-Eleven.
He's swerving. That's where the donuts come in. That's me.
Yeah, I'd roll up to the car and look.
Kombucha.
Okay, you're good.
Looking good. All right, looking good. Is that a machine gun? Copy that.
Yeah,
Copy
we're
that.
good. I'll be
Dude, the balls though, it's yeah.
crazy.
My heart, yeah. It's so unappreciated, man.
Yeah.
And
Especially-
underpaid, and everybody treats them horribly, and it's sad. That is so unbelievable to me. And we've had so many officers on the show. I've been on a few cop shows too.
Yeah.
Talking with them, and man, unique people
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to go out and deal with that.
Takes a lot to do that job. People don't really understand. The people that are the biggest critics, I think, it's like, you know what? They're hiring.
Yeah, you try it, Val.
They're
Go
high.
try it. Go try to stay on the helicopter.
They're hiring.
Go work.
Go do it.
You don't even know what people go through.
Yeah.
Go to right.
But police, we know enough. You know enough.
Yeah.
We get the idea that we're all screwed up, and that job, unbelievable. I think it used to be a really good job, and I think people used to love it, but I don't know if it's that way anymore.
People used to respect them a lot more. And now I just think that people don't take accountability for their own actions, and
They'd rather shove a curtain rod up their ass.
yeah,
Dude,
it's some shit. Like I can't even. Yeah.
yeah, I know. There's probably a whole lot you can't say. Someday I would love to hear some of this shit,
Yeah.
because I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to be like, I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
My thing was out.
You're
Slow
gonna
that
need to
down.
repeat that.
Are you? You're, oh my God, I heard that. Okay, so you
Okay.
did. Okay, what we got to do is you got to hold your breath because,
yeah.
like, I don't even. Man, you guys are crazy. And you're a busy place. It looked like that video, the movie, the series,
We're busy.
the show.
Yeah.
It looks like it does it well justice. It looks hopping.
It starts getting busy about 10 in the morning, and it doesn't stop till 10 at night. Sometimes later.
Yeah.
1,
Sometimes
2 o'clock in the morning.
1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
The winter time, it kind of dies off a little bit earlier, but summertime, you're busy 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
nonstop.
And most of the time, they're calling for a reason. It needs to happen, but a lot of it's garbage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So education would clear up some of the garbage for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What people need to be calling for
Right.
and what they don't. If you're asking the question, should I call? You probably already know the answer to that question.
Yeah. There's
Don't
several-
hesitate, but man,
Yeah.
Several ways to look up the non-emergency number.
where you're at.
Yeah.
Several. So
And
especially-
people, my favorite is when people will be like, "What time do you close?" We don't close. No.
You don't turn it
30
off.
seconds ago.
But we want to defund it all and get rid of all of it.
No. We don't go home.
Or the people that call on like Sunday and, I need my water turned back on. It's like, huh?
No.
You called the wrong place for that.
And I have to now it takes your time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so scary to me that there could be something really gnarly happening and they're not getting to you because of it.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's, the funny thing though is that it's almost a generational thing because like you get these 70-year-old people call and be like, my husband's having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And they're calling on like public safety. I don't mean to bother you.
Like, whoa, no, please.
No, please. This is what
we
I'm
don't want
here
the
for.
ambulance to have their lights and siren on. Can they just pull around the back?
That's a weird point, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get
The
like younger people that call 911 complaining.
My neighbor's
about
dog's barking.
the barking dog.
Well, I got to work in the morning. Okay.
My neighbor's music's too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Guns N' Roses or Bellamy
Yeah.
Brothers?
The tattoo shop next
Maybe-
door is being a little
Maybe you need
crazy.
to head over and hang out with them
I
fuckers.
know.
There's something cool going on over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You get it all, don't you? And you
Yeah.
have to deal with it.
You
Yeah.
just have to deal with it.
I just think it makes a unique person out of it. You can tell in both of you guys the way you just respond chill. There's no everything's easy. Conversation's very easy.
Yeah.
You professionally conversate. Like
She's a lot better at it. She's way better than the job than me. Like I said,
So full of it.
yeah. Maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they're like, you want to be a supervisor? You don't have to really like take.
you don't have to take any calls.
You don't have to work the radio.
You don't have to take
That's
calls.
what it is.
You don't have to push any
No.
buttons.
Yeah.
I just need you to go over here and do that.
Just go sit out there and make sure people come to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Check people here.
So, yeah.
Check people's temperatures. And then that's
Oftentimes, you screw up, you move up. They're just trying to get you out of
that's
like
it.
screwing up.
Yeah. We got this desk for you. And we're gonna put it all the way in the back.
And time is so crucial for you guys. Every
Yeah.
single second is such a huge deal.
Yeah.
And to stay calm in that, dude, that blows my mind.
It's pretty quick.
Some of that is crazy how you truly have to. It's every second
Yeah. It was.
because you could waste so many moves.
And honestly, that's probably one of the things that can be kind of frustrating. People will argue with you about you needing to get their address. And it's like, if you'd stop arguing with me and just give me your address, we would already be on to why you need help. But we always have to get address first. Because
Even if you see it though.
yes, you always have to validate it. Because even though you see where they're at, that may not be where the emergency is at.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have to verify phone numbers, even though it pops up on our screen, because sometimes we get transfer calls from other centers. Sometimes people call the police station, and the police station will transfer it to the dispatch. So you always want to make sure, especially if it's a 911 call, because if we get disconnected,
Because grandma
verify the phone
in
number-
Logan, we need to
Yeah.
know what's happening there,
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah.
yeah, for
So-
sure.
So there's just a couple things we have to go through with callers before we can get to the actual, like, what's the emergency? Because even if you call 911, I can get your address and then we lose each other. If I know your address, I can send somebody, even if I don't know what the emergency is.
That's what always blew my mind too. The idea of when you call and it's like, so and so whoever, do you need police, medic, or fire? I always thought that was strange. Like, I would think you would just want to listen quickly to what they have to say
See,
instead
and
of
try
to categorize something.
Ours is a little bit different because we all, when like on the show, when they're asking that, is because they have different dispatchers that do police, fire, or medical. So they'll send you to the right person. We do all of it. So what we ask is 911, what's the address and city of your emergency? Because that's what our very first question. We want to know your address.
All of
Gotcha.
our dispatchers are trained on police, fire, medical,
Yeah.
phones, 911s, everything. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you guys are a little more unique than some
Yeah.
well-versed.
Yeah.
That's why you understand what you do so well. It's cool that you know everything so quickly.
Yeah.
Like you have to be engaged in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I could let a lot of shit go with line work that I probably wouldn't have many answers to. Like I'm not sure. Like I don't.
I don't know. That's not my
so-
division.
So yeah,
It's not my
exactly.
department.
The guys on the doing the stuff out there, I don't think really know much other than what we do.
Yeah.
What you guys do with the brain. You guys are the brain of it all, man. I think it's cool. So you steering everything. It's very interesting. You have to
Try to.
That's a
you have
good
to
point.
understand it. It's real thing. We're dumb. We're like little Neanderthals. We just club and we're in the field. We don't know. But it's a totally different knowledge too. But it takes all of us, man. But it's just cool that you guys are the brain of all of that. You understand every little aspect of everything of what people do too. You understand that it takes a while for the dude to get out of bed. You know, he's not just waiting. I think that's neat, man. And people don't realize all that.
Yeah.
It's just,
That it's, the guys out there salting the roads at 11 o'clock at night, they
how
don't
crucial
They
that
don't
is.
usually work 11 o'clock at night. They're out there 24 hours a day in a snowstorm. Can you imagine if the roads didn't get plowed around here? Go up to Wyoming. They don't plow their roads or salt them or
They
anything.
plow them. They just don't salt them. Stop.
It's funny because
There's not very many humans up there.
We go up to Evanston all the time, and you can tell where the border is of Utah and Wyoming.
It gets plowed. It just doesn't get salted.
Because Utah's like nice and salted and dry, and then you hit the Wyoming border, and it's like
Compacted snow.
compact.
Here we go.
On the freeway, you're like,
All for one. Good luck, fella. Stay indoors.
Exactly. So
We call
It's how we get people to not stay in Wyoming.
Yeah, stay away.
Keep going.
Is there a thing between Wyoming and Utah? Because every time I go up there, I feel like there's like.
I think so.
We just don't want
they don't
anybody
like
to
me. As soon as they
stay.
see my plates, they're like,
Especially Evanston, because
Yeah.
Evanston's like a Utah. It's like Wendover.
Yeah.
It's like
The border town
Yeah,
where
it's
all
a
these Utahns go up there to buy their fireworks.
you gotta like.
They used to
stay
get
out
their
of the-
beer.
Yep.
You gotta stay out of like the.
Now we go to
nudie-
Evanston. Now we go to
Yeah, the
Wendover to
nudie
get
video in
weed.
the liquor stores. You got to go like farther into town. You can't just stop
Yeah.
at
You don't stop at the border and then turn around and go back.
Yeah. And then there's a big shit talk fest right there. Everybody's
Yeah.
Exactly.
who's who.
We just don't want anybody to stay. Just keep
You
going.
say we. You need. Are you going to go back there someday?
I am always a Wyoming girl. I may live in Utah, but deep down,
What brought you here?
in my heart, school.
Okay, let me just.
What the hell did you go to?
Let me just say something. She has a master's degree from BYU.
In theater studies.
Masters?
Legit.
Like, isn't that kind of a big deal?
That's kind of a big deal.
kind of a big deal.
From BYU. Okay.
That's a big deal.
But
Yeah.
she has other degrees from other colleges too. Tell them about your whole.
What the hell?
What did
I
she,
don't know any of
What
this.
is she doing with me? I didn't even
How did
graduate
this
high
happen?
school.
You're
How the
still
hell did-
green on her. That's what it is. You're still
Hey, you'll do. What's up? What's your,
Yeah. Did you graduate high school?
Whatever you're
I think so. Somewhere in Roy, right?
Yeah.
So what was you gonna do before?
So okay, I got my bachelor's degree at BYU, and I stayed and got my master's degree. And then after I got my master's degree, I lived with my sister up in Sunset. I worked for Utah Opera and Ballet West. I did costuming stuff,
Damn.
like sewed for them, and was like the bottom of the rung. It was called seasonal work. I did that for a while. I went to Weber State, got my teaching certification, was going to be a high school teacher, and I couldn't find a job. And so that's when I applied at Dispatch, because I was like, I need a job. Like, I need, pay student loans and everything.
You nailed your job because you're good at it.
Yeah. So now I'm a dispatcher. It wasn't really, what I planned on when I went to school and everything, but
But you love it.
yeah, I like it. I met my husband there.
There I
got my-
was coming out of the liquor store.
How you doing? Good looking. Were you from Evanston?
Yep.
So are you gonna go? You're back. Your heart's there.
Yeah. Always.
You love Wyoming.
I love Wyoming.
I would love to go up there.
Where at? Like Evanston area? Just everywhere.
Anywhere.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
The retirement
If
plan.
my card works until I can retire.
Jake's still in his house in Lyman. You can go live in Lyman if you want.
Yeah.
Buy Jake's house.
I'd like to go there just so we can put in for hunts and
Just out of Chalk Creek. Just down from Evanston.
Yeah.
You know where Lyman is.
No, I know where Lyman's at. There you go.
there we go.
Summer here, summer not.
Yeah.
How many more kids are you having?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No plans there?
I'm not quite sure this one's me mine.
Stop.
but we think so.
Serious for a minute.
I know.
This is on film. Your face is like, yeah, he's not teasing.
He's so full of
I know, he
it.
says it all the time.
Chad's
Stop.
like, I think I'm gonna have another one, but I don't know if Justin will be around.
Stop.
I'm kidding. She is mine.
Good crying out loud. She is all his. If you look at her,
You can tell
she's got
his wit.
his brown eyes, his brown hair, his sarcastic attitude.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
likes
yeah.
to tease her mom.
Got a beard already.
The other day, I'm outside helping.
Like the coldest.
She's absolutely adorable.
She's got like the,
She's so
the
cute.
Rogers headline and everything.
She's cute, dude.
The other day,
Hopefully she has your hair.
yesterday, I was outside helping him, and she opens the door. Shiloh. I'm all, excuse me.
What the hell did you call me? I'm your
I
mother.
am your mother.
Yeah, you didn't call my mom by her name.
Shiloh, I need your help.
Yes.
You were laughing and you were pissed.
I wasn't pissed. I was just like, excuse
I would have been
you?
pissed.
What are you calling me?
Don't you ever call me my name. Yeah, that was a thing here. It was mom.
Yeah.
I don't even, you didn't say her name.
Yeah, she's funny. She's
She's a whip. Sounds like a whip.
potty training was a piece of cake. That was awesome. But she's funny. She'll sit there. I feel better now.
Okay, drama queen.
Yeah, seriously. She'll be like sitting on your lap and rip one.
You're like, that's great, sweetheart. Thank you.
That's
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
have to remind her not to swear.
I was in Winkle the other day. She's all, damn it. I'm like,
Hey, you're 3. You were 3
Cassidy
years old.
Pearl, we're in the middle of Winco. Let's please.
Yeah.
From a mom that graduated from BYU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah. And her dad that was drugged through the streets and barely alive today.
What?
Drugged through the
She
street.
saved me.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that. I was like, what the hell?
No.
Oh, God.
I brought her to work the other day, Cassidy, and we walk up and we're kind of standing outside the dispatch floor, and she does stuff that is just like out of nowhere. And I'm standing there. I'm like, oh, Cass, we can't go in. We forgot your mask. She's like, oh, damn it. And I was like,
Don't say that.
like what?
Everything's recorded in here.
She uses her swear words appropriately.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Proper context.
Look, I'm down. My poor kids. And yeah.
Yeah.
You get it.
My mom told her she was on FaceTime. She slept over at grandma's house,
That's where she gets all her swear
Couple
words
weeks
from.
ago. Yeah.
and she was FaceTiming me. I'm like, hey, go to bed. And my mom's like, Cass, we got to go to bed. Nah, that's bullshit. Cassidy.
Sounds like your dad.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets all that from your dad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She's smart.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I love that kid.
Yeah.
It's cool in the video. You can in the movie it shows, or the show it shows that too. It shows her going to your mom's and stuff. I seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
She thinks she's a movie star.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah. If you ask her. We were at IFA and this guy was like, hey, I saw you on TV. Yeah. And Cassie was in the backseat. I'm a movie star.
I was on TV too.
Yeah, she's flipping her hair, looking at
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell. Oh yeah, I
Hey
can
guys,
see it.
I'm on my channel right now. We're at the store. Okay, I gotta go.
Dude, it's cool to be that. That was neat to see you guys. I don't know. I thought it was
Yeah. It's a little surreal. It's a little weird sometimes. Like,
seeing. I was like,
you don't like listening
holy
to your
shit.
podcast. I don't, it's like watching it. You're like, oh, why did I make that face?
Yeah. And most people are critical of their own voice, the way they sound. Yeah. Mine's not that at all. I do not, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is how I articulate things I say.
Yeah.
I feel much more intelligent until I watch or listen. I'm like, dude, you sound like a dipshit. Because I swear and there's things I
Yeah.
hate, but everything I hate about me is what everybody knows about me. So
Yeah.
I'm trying just to let that all go. But if I watch too many of them, I deconstruct who I am and I try to fix what I'm doing and change it. And I don't know. So
You just gotta be
Yeah.
yourself.
I get it.
Yeah.
You just gotta be yourself.
And that's it. What I
Yeah.
hate about me, everybody, that's why you know Junior. I'm out there too much, loud, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what people know. So
Yeah.
I try to embrace it. But
And that's the thing. Most people love authenticity.
yeah.
So just being that authentic you.
Have
God.
you guys got the random friend requests now? from
Yes.
people?
I've had a couple friend
Oh,
requests.
that shit's stupid, huh? We get lots of that
See
too.
this person be like,
We're getting lots
Chad
of
will be
that.
like, do you know this person? I'm like, I don't know.
and I haven't been on TV, and we're getting plenty of it as well.
Yeah.
So being on TV, I can imagine it really does some shit. I don't understand it.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I saw you on TV. Let's be BFF. I don't know you. Like, I'm still a person. I still have my own circle of friends, my own family, you know.
It brings on a whole prima donna type thing. People,
Yeah.
it doesn't, I get that. We're just getting ready to pop off on we're going to be on all the Smith's shopping carts for advertisement, our pictures and stuff. That's going to get weird too.
That's cool, man.
It's weird.
That's cool though.
And people then they start recognizing your face. It's our faces of the tattoo shop, us and Jade. You guys met Jade, my tattooer?
Yeah, because we came to your open house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been up you've seen all that.
Yeah.
She's so cool. She's part of our family. Like, but people, like, it's getting weird. And then he's here. I mean, God damn it. People,
man.
you're known names, and it's just weird. But then people start asking stuff, and you're like, hey, man, we're you're just people. We're just people.
Yeah.
But when I seen you guys on TV, I had that same feeling. I was like, oh shit, dude, they're fucking movie stars. And I don't do that. But I was like, that's fucking Justin. Get the fuck out of here.
A lot of people. Like, why are your head so big? I don't think my head was big at all, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, I look good, don't I?
Camera adds a few pounds, I think.
You guys were great, man.
Thanks.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's seriously, I haven't watched very many of them. I haven't seen them all, but the ones I've seen, I dig that show.
Yeah.
It's better than, it's a Cops vibe, but it's way more, it's real, man. You can feel it.
Yeah.
It was well put together. So everybody's definitely got to check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully when the COVID stuff is over and maybe we can come up and have you and come see our center.
I would love to.
Yeah.
It blow you away how big it is, and people don't realize how big it is. They walk in there
It just looks cool too. The way it shows, like there's shit everywhere, monitors, and there's a lot going on, and you would just never realize.
There's
we have like
everywhere.
The people,
5 monitors.
the people we just don't give any
Yeah,
mind
5 monitors that we watch.
to each station.
Yeah, each person.
And a big 32-inch TV screen.
Yeah, because I can see you sliding in your chair and your head's going everywhere. I'm like, there's shit going on. Like you gotta do the right stuff. It seems like you could really get in a pinch there.
Yeah,
and it's just cool to see that. So you got watching that show brings a whole new thing to it that I had no idea. So I just think it's really neat that the people we don't even know anything about are so crucial to their.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. I just think it's cool.
appreciate everybody's support too. It's been really cool.
Cool.
Really cool.
Most of the stuff that I've heard from people just has been very positive. It's been very.
It's
nice.
I think it's way eye opening. It was for me.
Yeah.
And I'm, like I said, connected to right directly to it if I needed to be or whatever. And I've always taken it, I guess, for granted would be the word. We don't know anything about it, not out of ignorance or anything, just lack of knowledge, but learning it and seeing it is watching that show. It was, if I just, like I said 100 times, if it was real, I'm like, if that shit's real, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, it's real.
And Josh is like, dude, it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, man, that's really neat. Like, it was cool to me how much is involved in it. I had no idea it was that intense.
Yep.
I hope you have my brother on too.
We're going to have him on.
It'd be good to see that side of his job and stuff like that.
We've had a lot of different officers that I tattoo on, and we can go every little angle with it. But there's something about that job, man.
Yeah,
people are crazy.
There definitely needs to be more positive area focused on that, because there are people just like you, me, and they go to calls and it affects them, and I can't imagine going home and seeing the defund the police, and it's like.
But like you said before, the way they see it, I think it's almost like they have closure with it, right? You guys don't see it.
Yeah.
It's almost like doing it. It's even easier to disconnect. Maybe I don't know. I would be in there seeing it through and through. Sometimes it's good. It's over. Maybe
real
you guys are like.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
for
sometimes
sure.
we take the call and it's not.
It just stays in your head because you're like, holy shit.
I can get up and walk down the hall and it doesn't seem real.
Right.
But when you think about it, it's like, oh my God, that was real.
But then you're wondering the whole time, what happened there? So I get that. That's a weird angle of that.
But it's funny though, because part of, I think, our coping mechanism is, like I said, at the end of the day, you walk out that back door. And if you ask me 20 minutes later what kind of calls I took that day, 9 times out of 10, I can't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah,
They're just gone. But that's just part of your coping. You can't think about it
right.
all day, every day.
Same with tattooing wieners. I can't remember every wiener I see. I gotta tune that out. I'm just kidding. No, it's real though. You just get good at the bizarre, weird stuff that most people wouldn't even think of dealing with at all.
Yeah.
You're dealing with it.
See, and I could do that. I'd probably just be laughing the whole time. Be like,
It's a great time. It's so weird. But same thing.
Yeah.
I just forget about it.
Yeah.
I had a lady in the shop the other day, a woman. I don't know the fucking proper words because I'm not that. I'd be a horrible dispatcher. I'm just very real and I say what I feel. So female. She's like, she just had this vibe as we're talking. Just an weird interaction, just talking up there. But you don't remember me, do you? And I'm like, yeah. It's like you pierced my nipples like last week. I'm like,
Oh.
copy.
oh yeah,
Dude, I don't even remember. Like it's not even there.
Yeah.
So same thing. You hear about a shower curtain in someone's ass or whatever. There's a thing there. We all go there. Like, all right, forget that shit.
Yeah, forget it.
I still don't even
gone.
remember
we're
that.
gonna bury that in the box. We're gonna just
That's
forget about
going in the
that.
backyard
Yeah,
forever.
Forever.
Because I forget a lot of shit too. I have to. You
Yeah.
gotta get rid of a lot of the weird.
Yeah.
There's stories for days.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even believe it.
Can you tattoo this? Tattoo it here.
Yeah.
I guess we could like.
It's such a bizarre game.
Yeah.
And rarely are people, it's kind of like you. Most people are putting shiny wheels on an old rusty car.
Yeah.
You're getting the worst of the word. Like
Yeah.
beautiful, sexy, hard bodies don't come to get tattooed. It's usually somebody that's trying to beautify some shit that don't belong.
Fresh coat paint.
Yeah, exactly. On a really old fucking Volkswagen.
It's gonna take a lot of ink.
Not everybody, but you
Yeah.
get it. You deal with people. You're dealing with people. Some of us that deal directly with people in that circumstance, it would blow your mind the things I hear and see.
Yeah.
It's a totally different world, but
Yep.
we get into all the same things. We can't say this and that, but
Yeah.
it's stupid. Stories are funny, man,
Yeah.
for sure.
Some things you can't unsee. Some things you can't unhear.
God, and I can only imagine.
That's for sure.
I really can, and I've actually heard some bizarre things too, but I don't know in a different way. People aren't in dire need of help when they come here.
They're just sharing
They're
things.
saying things that you're like, what?
Why are you telling me this? I don't
Seriously?
know you.
What the hell did you just? Your tattoo artist and your hair people, they're the same.
Yeah.
They know everything about you. Yeah. Tattooing, they're vulnerable, they're scared, they're in pain. They talk and they say bizarre shit. Like,
Yeah.
it would blow your mind. It could be a whole podcast where it wouldn't even be no names, no sex, male or female, but this story, and you'd be like, what? It's pretty cool shit. What else you got? You got anything?
Nope, I think you guys covered everything that I had questions on.
Okay.
How long did we go?
2 hours, 7 minutes.
Dude, that's a good one. That was. I think it's cool. See how much fun? It's fun.
That
You
went
guys
by
Shout out your
fast.
social medias.
What?
You got social medias you guys shout out? Do you want people?
Movie stars now, so.
You're goddamn, like, flip that hair. Come on. Your little one to be over here just.
You don't have a
Oh, I'm just so and so on YouTube and my this and this and this. Yeah.
My 3-year-old's YouTube channel.
She's already a rock star
Yeah.
before.
We're both. I think we're both on Facebook
Yeah.
and Instagram.
Nothing crazy though. You're
Nothing
not
crazy.
looking for no love.
No,
No.
it's not like.
Unless you want to go. Like,
But the name of that show, you guys
Emergency call.
emergency call.
you guys need to watch that
ABC.
show. ABC. It is seriously. I don't know. I couldn't believe how cool it was.
Monday
It ain't
nights
'cause you-
after
It's definitely
Dancing with the
because
Stars. Yeah.
It's
guys
on.
were on
It's
it,
on.
but-
You can watch older
On Hulu.
episodes on like Hulu and.
it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's
not
pretty
not,
cool.
not just because you were there and I know you guys, but I seriously was like, damn, it's a cool show.
It is a cool show.
It's put together well.
Some interesting. Just watching the way that the other dispatch centers handle stuff, you're like, wow.
Even for you guys, you
Yeah.
like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like cops don't like cop shows. Like,
Yeah.
see, Lyman, I don't want to watch Lyman shit. Helicopter is stupid. But yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys watching it, think it's cool. It's neat.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So
Appreciate the support, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us on.
hell yeah. Thank you for watching 2 or 3 episodes of my show ever. I appreciate that.
I do.
Now you're gonna start. I'm just kidding.
I do.
I'm just teasing.
I said my favorite one was with Erica's brother. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was a
'Cause
good
I've
episode.
met him quite a few times. He cracks me up.
Oh, he's a hoot. And we had another one on there, another brain injury. I don't know if it's out yet, but Jake, is it out? That one's out. We're doing some shit, man. I don't know. We're going everywhere. This is a funny one, a good one, informational one. Some of them are intense and people bawl and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Soldier stories, and we do it all here. I love all of it. But this thing I thought was so cool to bring out, and I was all excited to meet movie stars. I'm surrounded by so much talent all the time. This guy too. I'm just talent. Dude, stop that. I'm really humbled. It's cool. You guys are all. It's just cool to be around cool people.
Yeah,
we appreciate it, man.
I like all the help, the support and everything. I just sit here and talk. They make all this shit happen. I don't do any of it. I'm just here. Yeah. I have the gum and the pen that I click and no fucking kombucha. So pissed about that.
No water.
I always have kombucha. She didn't even bring me up water.
She asked us like 3 or 4 times. You guys want water? Are you good?
Dre's got his
before
shit.
Junior comes out. You guys good?
Nothing. He's still out chopping wood or something. God, he's out working on cars and shit. You got a show here, fella. Can you come do your shit and let me shave? I don't have time to shave. I look like a bum. It's all right. Nobody watches it anyway. They're starting to, though, Dre. It's getting hot. Thanks for all your help, Dre.
Of course.
Dre Rocca.
Yeah.
Look him up on Instagram. He's a boss. Or you can listen to U92 Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Local channel here, 92.5. Or you can go watch these movie stars
Emergency call.
on Emergency Call.
Yep.
Justin and Shiloh Gard.
On my 3-year-old's YouTube channel.
It's a badass show too.
Yeah.
I'm not playing. I thought it was cool, man. It was really neat.
it.
So I'm glad you guys wanted to come on and talk about it.
We appreciate it, man.
And how
Thanks for having us on.
crazy your lives are. Thanks for being my cousin.
Yeah.
Even though you're just kind of gay. You're not really gay. Now we all know you're not gay.
No, we don't know.
It's true. I'll vouch for him.
Everybody's still wondering for me. It's fine. It's fine.
Like kind of the Hammond thing.
It is. It's a weird thing, dude. We're weirdos.
We're a little worried about Jake. We don't know what's going on there.
Nobody knows. He's moving though, so he's leaving
Where's
Wyoming.
he moving to?
I don't know. He's selling his house. I don't know. So he's out. So you can buy his house. And he's just gonna live in California forever. That's where he works. So
Yeah.
maybe you can go up there with all your movie starness.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cool house.
I've seen it.
Summer here, summer there, summer
I've
not.
seen it in person.
Look at child.
As a big child.
Put your Blakey in your iPad.
She's over there having a good old time. Usually she'll sit here sometimes. Tonight she had to work, I guess. I don't know.
It's been a rough few days.
God, it has been a rough few days. We put my little baby dog to sleep. God
that.
damn, that was brutal. Oh, dude, that's the worst day of my life.
Oh yeah.
I've put dogs to sleep before. It's not whatever. This one was rough. This is my girl. That's my dog. So that was horrible for us. But
Yeah, we just had to.
We've had to do that.
listen to me bitch about that and all the problems people go through. But that was really hard for me.
Yeah.
I haven't lost like that in years. I've lost family members that I didn't lose it like that. That was brutal.
I think it's just because they're so loyal. Like
Oh
our
my,
last one, we
dude,
put down.
that's hard, man.
He
That
just-
fucked me up.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
I'm holding her and I just, oh God, no, I can't do that again. I
Yeah.
can't do it again. We weren't going to, but it's the humane thing to do when she was where she was. It was just sad, but
It's tough.
it's almost like you wish you could do this with humans, but when they're in that kind of pain, she was just so bad.
Yeah.
So I feel for all you people putting down dogs. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not fun. I
But
had
yeah.
mine for like sugar. I had for 10.
Oh, and then the longer it gets, the harder it gets.
It
It's
does.
like you get more and more attached.
Yeah,
It's weird. They're just so loyal.
Yeah.
They don't get pissed at you like your wives do.
no. Mine always brought me water.
Hoping you would drink it.
Yeah.
You drink it first.
Yeah.
If you have a drink, if you try that, Dre, I'll try it. I want to try that. I want to be able to move. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks everybody for everybody's help. Everybody supports this show. You guys got to check out this TV show. It's fucking awesome on ABC. It's really cool. Thanks, Trick.
Thanks.
ABC.
Yep.
Oh, NBC.
No, ABC.
ABC. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's
ABC.
ABC. Yeah.
Check it out. You guys can find it. It's cool. We'll plug it in the thing, and if they haven't seen it, man, you gotta check it out. It's
Yeah.
dope. I think it's cool to watch all these people and what we do and all these cool jobs.
Yeah.
I just have so many cool clients, and they all do some weird shit, and it's cool to talk to everybody and see all the weird stuff everybody does
Yeah.
that you don't know.
Way
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks, Dre Rocca.
Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan Rally Trucking. Thanks to my beautiful wife. And people, please be nice to each other. Please. You never know when you could just smile and save someone's life. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye.